I like the recap being part of the stream. I know everyone probably skips it anyway, but yeah. Why don't you give us a recap of last time, Noodles?
Cool. So it was a heavy RP session. Yeah, we started off, I believe, in the pit gang lair. Yeah. We started off under Finnegan's Flint, the local tavern, and we were trying to figure out what our next steps were. I was a little hungry, so I wanted to go up and get food, until we were reminded that we were wanted criminals in town and we would be noticed. So we decided to venture through the tunnels with Seal and Volley back to the pit market and pit gang. We got there and we started to chill and set up for the night and kind of figure out what our next steps were. We talked with Volley a bit. He was keen on us getting getting out of town. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't have too many we haven't made too many allies in the area. I have the wrong notes up. But yeah, so we talked. We're getting settled for the night. We heard a knock at the door, and we're invited to dinner with Kyber, the leader of the pit gang. So we had dinner with Kyber. He told us that we should start paying our dues, and in order to circumvent that, apparently Anvir and Eldwin kind of sold some information so that we could stay free.
I feel like I just got thrown under the bus here.
Yeah, it wasn't Eldwin, but yeah, we sold some information.
No, totally him as well.
to stay for free. And after that, Kyber and his crew made a swift exit. Made a swift exit. We finished our dinner, enjoyed some cake. Vethmil and I had a fun night at the brothel. Came back in the morning to figure out what our next steps were, and it seemed like the obvious, we made the decision to go visit House Abra, Vethmil's home. We did learn that we could free Vethmil by killing Lord Abra, or Lord Stravana, and we headed over that way with what is her name? With Atala, and we got to House Abra, talked a bit, spilled some more information, and that's about where my notes cut out.
We had been coerced into sharing more information than we wanted to because of his vampire powers.
Yeah.
Compulsion's fun.
Yeah. What is the information we sold?
Everything pretty much. Like,
Everything.
What do you mean everything?
Pretty much every piece of information we know.
The way lines was a big thing, and that
potential surface.
Yeah, I forgot the name of Rebecca, the one lady.
We did this in exchange for vodka?
I remember we had this argument already. You've already told us off about this.
No, I was gone the last 2 sessions, so I'm not sure how that would have happened.
No, you joined in like halfway through last session.
Okay. No, I did. I thought you specifically told. I do remember now that you told me you guys had told a lot, but you told me in that session that we had not talked about the ley lines. I thought. Okay, nope. So this Kyber guy, is that who we give all of our information to?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got like quite a bit of platinum on us, but we are selling our secrets just for a bed.
I think it was more.
Yes.
The intention was to try and more get them even close, like give them a bunch of info and then continue the conversation further to try and get them to help us get Scarlet, and then they just kind of fucked off, like immediately. There was additional planning for that, and then they just kind of wigged out so hard that they left.
You sure about that?
I guess so. I guess yeah, never mind. All right. Yeah. I'm confused.
By the time when they were leaving, they looked like they were in a state of almost existential dread. So I was just kind of like, maybe we don't keep pushing allyship right
Like
this
what we
second.
said scared them, or
Like there was a lot of processing to be done, kind of
It's
thing.
more, no, I think it's more like sorry, my voice is kind of fucked up. It's more like they heard so much of a juicy piece of information. I think that they went and acted on it. I think
Yeah.
they're actively trying to take the woman or whoever for themselves.
That is a possibility. Yes. No.
why wouldn't they? I mean, did we bill that the two women that are with us also have the same ability?
Only Scarlet.
Okay, there we go.
He
There's
left-
something at least. Okay.
He left those out as
Was,
a part of the
um,
information.
I think we may have potentially mentioned that they were like friends and worried. I don't think we even said that.
He
Is-
exceeded or he succeeded on a high deception check. So
Was Atala here for all of this?
No, she had led us to the room, but I think she had left.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I remember vaguely some of it, but I didn't remember the extent. And like I'd been drinking before I joined.
It's all good.
that
I
session.
remembered very
No.
clearly that you had joined in last session only because Lord Stavaro had compelled you to tell like everything to him.
I was compelled?
Yeah, at the very
Yes.
end of last session, Lord Abra had like used his vampire abilities on you, and I think you mentioned you told him
Oh,
that
I just
Scarlet can see
realized
No,
I
later.
was muted this whole
He
time.
compelled
talking.
Doodles. He compelled
One of them-
Doodles to tell him everything, and
you scared
he compelled Nasira to agree to.
Yeah, he
stay.
he just compelled you to agree to stay, kind of making you feel a little bit more trusting towards him.
Okay.
But
I thought
But yeah, so I was gonna say. Well, actually, I did say, but I was muted for like 5 minutes there. Atala, that was one thing you left out. Atala was the one who came to get you for dinner. Apparently, that's her real name. And you gave Lord Stavaro, or Lord Abra, I guess, some info. I think it was Doodles who got charmed.
yeah, I know we was trying to share as little as possible, and he charmed someone into saying she can see ley lines.
Yeah, again, only Scarlet though. So
Okay.
the other two are unknown, but yeah, apparently he knows now.
Yeah.
And I
And-
think. Go ahead.
And I was the only one who had noticed he had done some mental bullshit.
Yeah, that's right. You did your insight. Oh wait, no, I think Vethmil noticed as well.
Yeah, Vethro knows.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
he knew
Rathmel's
just because
seen it
he
before.
knows him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of.
I know
recognized it.
everything. No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
Excuse me.
Oh, it actually might work to our advantage if we are sending other parties into the whole searching for these for the not I don't want to endanger the women necessarily, but the fact that we might have this thieves guild and this vampire clan like interested in what the ley line magic means, instead of just the Steel Shadow and what was the other house that had kidnapped James and Ellen?
Fox,
Yeah,
James
the
was a
Foxcars.
member. but
Like
wasn't
maybe
in it.
putting more people in that arena, going after that stuff, might actually, work against those we've been working against. So it might
Some
not be the worst
distractions.
thing.
It is possible. All right.
Just to
well,
confirm,
I'll,
we've been left alone in a room right now, right?
Yeah, so he brought you down to the basement, and that's where you were having
Cool.
this conversation.
Cool. Yeah,
Alright.
so he was definitely pulling some mental bullshit there and dude.
Oh, wait. Sorry, did you ask, are you alone right now?
Yes.
He is still there, but he was
Oh, I
about
thought
to
I had
take his leave.
Okay, I thought I'd remembered
basically,
he'd already taken his leave.
so he offered you a place in his house, which you all kind of agreed to, but he assumed you had to go get your people, because, yeah, you're still with the...
Clarify a place in his house.
Like, basically
Like-
a place
sleep.
to, like, sleep and stay. And,
Okay,
like, his
as guests,
protection,
not as
basically.
like joining.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like kind of guests of his house because he is interested in working with you.
Okay.
He's not
So-
tried to make us vampires yet.
Not yet.
Yet.
It is 10 a.m. on the 63rd of spring, and he will basically kind of give you all keys and say, once you have the rest of your people, just let me know, and we should talk more about next steps. I am going to help you get your ally back if possible. I just might require something from your group as well, as would be expected for help in this situation. And with that, he kind of makes his way back upstairs, leaving you with, I guess, just with Vethmil and Bakarab, who just kind of sighs.
Bakarab?
Yeah,
The door guard.
kind of the door guy down in the tunnels. One of Stravaro's vampires. So yeah, what do you all want to do? Background is
So-
just kind of leaning up against the door now.
Okay, so we're at the we're at the exits for us to go back to the pit and get the rest of our people. We're not like in a
We're like
guest
in a
room.
cellar room that's like in between the actual building and like the tunnel, I think, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, there's a secret door here that connects to the old tunnels, which Bakarab kind of keeps an eye on, at least part of the time.
Like, well, at least we got, I guess, safe place, like some more places to stay.
Well, so our NPCs are all back at the pit game as gang.
Yes,
Yeah.
as far as I know, you don't have any of your people with you. The only one here with you right now is Bakarab.
Okay. So I guess and we know our way back at this point.
I think
Well,
Sol's with us as well.
Vethmil kind of knows the way, but you could probably wing it if you have good survival.
Because he brought us here. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess we should let us proceed. We can speak along the way perhaps.
All right.
Yes.
So
We-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, we're fairly close to the Steel Shadow base from what I remember, right?
Above ground, yes. It's like right down the street, but that would be revealing yourselves, and most likely, if seen outside the house, you would probably be
no.
attacked.
I was just trying to think if I
Storm
could
the gate.
do
Yes.
some.
Direct
bullets.
attack.
I was thinking about like making sure they haven't moved Scarlet was all. Like checking
Oh.
she's still in the base.
We'll probably pass underneath.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking because it's 1,000 feet, so it should be safe to do it from here.
You wouldn't pass directly underneath, but you certainly will kind of move through that area.
I just wasn't sure how much further underground we would go.
Yeah, is the map accurate as far as like the squares being like 50 feet apiece?
Yeah.
Okay, well
Oh,
then yeah,
you could do it from here.
you should be able to do it anywhere, yeah.
Well, it just
and-
depends on how far underground we also are, because I know we're really far.
You could do
Uh,
it right now, it seems.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
now you're probably about... You mean underground from where the surface with the base is?
Yeah, I just wasn't.
You're probably
Oh.
about 20 to 30 feet underground.
Okay, yeah, I'm more than safe. Did we want to check to see if Scarlet was still in the base and they haven't like moved us?
And as well.
I will locate creature on Scarlet. Just to be sure she's still in that radius.
Alright, so you cast Locate Creature. You would not detect her.
Of course.
She's moved. She's not
or
there
she's
anymore.
shielded.
True.
We did tell Lady Stevison why we were here, and she could easily have told them.
I sold that information to
True.
Steel Shadow.
Either sold it
I
just
can't
for
detect them.
profit and benefit or favors, or she's actually working with them, or yeah. So.
Should I check on Kaiba to see if he's like in this upper area?
That'd be another slaughter. Okay, is that?
One of the fourths, which isn't a great thing to lose a bunch of, but also there's not a lot of great things at fourth.
Well, except upcast.
Upcast healing.
True, upcasting's good, but
Not it's up to you.
how precautious do we want to be?
I assume you're out of the area with Kyber now, so you're probably somewhere in the tunnels below.
Sorry, Kaiba?
Yeah, Kyber, the opera doorman.
Oh, not Kyber.
Back
Oh, sorry, Bakarab, yeah.
Yeah. I was very confused. I'm like, why is
Is it
Kaiba
Kaiba?
here?
No, you just said Kyber, so I got it.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going for now. I guess if we start worrying about it more, I could check.
Alright, so you are traveling through these tunnels. You know that there are still guards down here, so be cautious.
Once we're far enough away from Bakrab, I would share with the group that he was definitely pulling some mental bullshit on Doodle and Nasira there.
Is that what happened? I figured I had just drank one too many. Thank you for,
You mean
thank you for letting me know. Oh, both.
Crossfaded.
Oh yeah, it's the way I live.
Does Bethmill say anything?
No.
Kind of keeps to himself for now.
Did Nasira want to add anything to that or no? Are you maybe muted?
No.
Okay.
Alright, so the group makes its way back to the pit market. You are allowed entry back into the pit gang's area. What do you want to do here? It's probably
All of our
about
plans and efforts have been thwarted, and we've made little progress in finding allies. Perhaps allying with this vampire house is all that is left to us. If we are useful to him, then perhaps he will actually be a dependable ally. He does hold power in this town more so than any other who has tried to help us.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you are told you would see that Atala is there, and she says Kyber was back and he wanted to speak to you all.
Oh, good.
Oh,
So, has anyone discussed with Atala, or like, I don't want to ask it again if it's already happened, but like, she seems to work for the Pit gang. Does she have any?
She doesn't like the Abra house. It is
She doesn't
known
like
that
the
she
Abra
is a
house.
vampire.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
that's-
she doesn't seem to like the Abras.
But
And
we
it
haven't
is
had a chance to ask her more about that.
And
Okay.
her and
Not really.
Beth Miller are childhood friends.
Well, they're friends.
Well,
Not
they know each
necessarily-
other. They've gone killing together.
yeah, they've quote unquote hunted.
Yeah, there seems to be some animosity of hers towards Abra, which I think someone incited that she may have been created by one of the vampires in that house.
So is she a spawn?
Yeah, she's a spawn. Kaiba does know this.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Dr. Kaiba, I guess.
Alright, so you go see Kyber.
Is there anything we need to do to prepare before that?
he would be in his
I guess not.
office. He says, my friends, welcome back. I heard you
Hello.
you had gone to speak with Lord Abra.
I don't know who wants to take point on this combo.
He says,
Yes,
So
we
if-
have.
If Atala was there, then I guess Vethmil would probably kind of roll his eyes and then look at her as if said, "I told you not to say anything," and kind of conveying that with his expressions.
she just smiles and shrugs.
Uh,
He would say, well, I wanted to tell you I may have found out something about your missing friend.
No?
There are some rumors that the Steel Shadow have prisoners. At first, it was thought they were wartime prisoners, basically prisoners they took while fighting enemies. But one of their prisoners fits the description of your ally, possibly. You said a younger woman with. Did you give him a description now? I'm forgetting.
I feel, for the sake of brevity, yes.
Well, he says they have a younger woman, which is strange for a military organization to have a civilian prisoner, unless there's a reason for taking her. Now, I don't know exactly where she is, but I've been looking into where she might be. They might possibly be keeping her.
So, are we doing a heist?
He smiles. He says, "Well, you all
I'm
might
just kidding.
be."
It was a joke. It was a joke.
He says, "I know that you
This
were."
is a
Go ahead.
this is a really valuable information. We really appreciate it. What were you saying?
He says, "I know you were looking to steal from the head families of the city, which I think is a crazy idea, but."
Wait, what?
He says, "Your friend
This
Doodle's
was a
here.
dumb joke Doodle was making last time.
He was asking if we would help him break into one of the large family houses and steal their treasures. And I said there are easier ways to make money in the city than shitting where you eat, basically. The three families are not an enemy you wish to cross if you wish to do business within, what's it called? Revan's Pass."
Although I fear we may have crossed one of those already.
By existing.
He says,
Well,
"Yes, well,
Or like they crossed us, but that's semantics.
yeah, being outsiders, perhaps Lady Stevison did not see you as someone important enough not to cross, which might be a mistake now that I know more about you all. Still, it's in my benefit that you're now allies with me instead of her. I think there's much work we could possibly do together, outside of stealing from the head families, that is, again looking down at Doodles." He says, "I can continue to look into where your friend might be, but at this time I don't have any exact information."
That is good. They seem to have taken precautions against the magic I used to confirm she was in the town already.
Says, "Tell me, what did Lord Auber have to say?"
He didn't have a lot to say, and he coerced a lot of saying out of us.
He looks to Atala. She says, "Vampires can do that." He says, "What exactly did he find out from you?"
Not as much as you, but close.
So that was it? He just wished information from you?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, but I think that's all he asked, right?
Well, he did ask you to, move in.
Oh yes, he wants us to move in.
He says, "And are you going to?"
He also coerced a yes out of one of us.
This is
But
what-
I personally would not. You see this one over here, and what happened to him with House Abra? I'd rather not be there.
me talking like you pointing at Vethmil or something.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a persuasion or deception, your choice. DC 15.
But that is just my personal preference. Again, I do not speak for the group. I don't know
I'm just
if
saying
we are
this
a
as a whole-
group.
I'm just saying this as a man of who I am. I would rather not sleep surrounded by vampires.
You are wise.
Well, then, tell me how you really feel.
Tala says, "Yeah,
Uh,
I'm a little bit,
Vethmil.
put out by that statement as well." Kyra would kind of laugh and say, "Well,
Oh.
so far you haven't bitten anyone's neck that I know of." And she says, "Well, that's not true," and smiles at him.
You gotta say.
He sighs.
Andre, you did the Vethmil the other night. That's not what the ladies were saying, though.
Now everyone's looking at Anvir questioningly.
Why me?
He says, "Well, so I guess I'm confused. Do you find Lord Abra trustworthy? Are you working with him now?"
I think it is worth having as many tools at our disposal as possible when dealing with an allied force. As far as trust, at an arm's length.
He says, "Well, be careful. Vampires can be dangerous and deceptive, to be sure, especially with their charms. Still, I do not own you, so I will continue to work with you as well." He says, "Just keep me in the loop of what's going on, if that's not too much to ask."
I think that's fine, as long as you do the same for us. Honestly, we were kind of concerned when you kind of disappeared today.
He says, yes, my apologies. I wanted to act quick on some of the information you gave me, and I thought it would be best to try to locate the girl sooner rather than later.
You disappeared for quite some time after that, like rapidly. Was there somewhere specific you were checking?
He says,
Or
yes.
trying to figure out?
I didn't want to trust others with this information. So
Ooh, so you killed all your guards?
he says, "No, I didn't kill all my guards.
Just
Only,"
a joke, friend.
he
Only
says,
the ones
"but
who heard.
Only a couple of them.
I didn't want to have to send people to gather information, so I gathered most of it myself, which honestly took longer than this sort of thing usually would, as I often go through contacts, but the sensitive nature of this information, I wanted to just do it myself. But I think it was a good precaution to take, because I'm trying to limit the amount of people that know these things."
Well, we are thankful for
I
that.
glare over to Anvir.
Why?
He says, "So, what are your next steps?"
I think there was. I think there was a potential talk of trying to potentially get Cavero just to at least stand aside during this, even if they don't join us.
He says, "Well, I don't know how much Cavero, the Cavero estate even knows is going on. My suggestion would be not to get them involved. They probably think you're all criminals right now and probably have their people hunting you along with the rest of the houses. While it might be tempting to tell them what happened and to try to get their assistance, I feel like more people involved in this could jeopardize your young friend and her secret.
Agreed.
But guess it's up to you how you want to approach this. If you do wish an audience with the Cavero, I might be able to arrange something. So the option is on the table. But you can let me know.
Keep it on the back burner for now.
Well, I missed a second breakfast this morning, so maybe we discuss over that.
He says, yes, eat. If you wish...
Do you have any ideas of ways we could help expedite finding our friend?
He says, well, like I said, I looked into it, and
Yeah,
I know I didn't give you much information yet, but
you did not.
I can continue.
But
Go ahead.
It's more info than we got in the days we've been here.
I assume
Well, no, you guys.
you gave us all the information you have, which we truly appreciate.
Give me a active insight on that.
Can I join that?
Yeah, and you can roll that.
Can I not join that?
You indeed do not have to.
Dang.
Okay.
I mean, I'll see if I roll that 20, I guess.
What if I?
Anvir, you might be a little suspicious that he does know more and hasn't said it all. But you're not really sure what he knows, obviously. You don't think he's lying to you, and you don't think he's, being,
Abstaining truths is more what he's doing.
Yeah, it feels
elf,
like,
right?
Huh?
Kyber's an elf.
He's a half-elf. Wait, I think. Let me double check.
I think you said half before.
With his sheet. Kyber, what are you?
What the?
Yeah, that's so.
He is a half-elf.
Monstrosity.
Yeah, he's actually a boule.
Yeah,
What?
he's actually Demogorgon.
He's the
Not
What
what-
the fuck?
he's the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
No, he's a half-elf. Alright,
Yeah.
so
No.
he will he'll leave you for now. Offer you to go enjoy some food if you're still hungry. The markets are open and you can eat on me.
Before you left last time, we were talking about that information potentially deserving a massive discount of the fortified art clothing.
Huh? Oh yes, the clothing you stole from me that you gave back. If you wish, I think it's fair that you can have that.
Yes.
All right, actually, before I do that, give me a persuasion DC 10.
Okay.
I will make you actually
Please.
roll.
Watch this be a 9.
Can I pull out my loot and start off just getting?
I don't think he needs it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that. I'll say he just has one of his people run and brings it back, which I assume Nasira is taking it.
Yeah, I give it to
Yeah.
Nasira and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'll stop telling people things. I'm sorry.
Anvir, you need to know when to shut up.
All right. So anyone saying
I'm so
anything?
trusting.
Anyone saying anything else to him before he goes?
Have a good day.
Yeah, he says, one thing I did want to mention or ask, and he kind of looks to Bethmel. He says, I know you've served the house for quite a long time, in fact, longer than I've been alive. Where's your loyalties in all this? If I might be so bold.
I just give him. I look over at Vethmil just knowingly.
I feel like everyone does that.
He says, that is very bold of you to ask. And he just kind of scoffs at the question.
He says, I know that, or at least I have heard, that Stevison does not always treat his servants well.
Oh, Stravaro, yeah.
Or sorry, Stravaro does not always treat his servants well. And I know
Evison does not always treat her guests
Stevison
well.
definitely doesn't. And I've
would
heard
know.
I've heard whisper of a little bit of discontent. So I was just curious. He says,
Go serve Lord Abra. And like, do that little like he's saying it, but is he really meaning it? Kind of thing.
Answering one thing while shaking your head no.
I'd say give
No,
me
that's-
deception or performance.
Yeah, it's probably more of
Watch your beard now. One, he instantly knows you're lying.
deception. Okay, so you could probably play it as like, so Atala would know all that kind of stuff. If she did spill the beans, then yeah, he'd probably know. There you
Well, maybe that's who he knows from, but you wouldn't know
Ah,
for sure.
Yes.
But he would just kind of nod and he says, "Indeed. Well, just know that should any of that be true, you do have possible avenues for continued employment within the city. As you know, I have no problem working with vampires." And with that, he gives you, or go ahead. What are you saying?
If things change, perhaps we'll talk.
Indeed. And with that, he gives you a polite bow, and he says, "I'll see you all later then. Good luck." And he'll
Thank you.
make his way out.
Yep.
So you're basically in his dining room right now. There's a couple of guards standing by the door, but other than that, you're all alone.
Get some food.
Atala is here? Or no?
Atala is still here. Yeah, she's giving Vethmel a look, and he's probably giving her a dirty look.
Oh yes, he is like arms crossed, looking at her.
She says, "What? Don't look at me like that."
And
you
it's...
know what?
Sorry.
He says, "I know of what you might think, but I don't know for sure what you're angry about. I rarely do."
He just once again just rolls his eyes and just kind of
She kind of laughs
Kinda
a
just-
little.
yeah.
She looks to Nasira and says, "How have you been, friend?" Smiling.
Just processing all the revelations. We've certainly come through many since our first meeting. Many secrets revealed, and many more perhaps still held close.
She nods. She says, "I know coming from a smaller community, the city can be overwhelming. It was for me. Even though I've been here a while, I still remember my first time here. It's quite the
I've-
experience."
I've passed through many cities, and the community in which I lived was terribly small, but I understand.
She nods. She says, "Well, shit, what was she gonna say? Just lost it." Alright, well, I'll just say she just nods and smiles and says, "I'm kind of curious."
Did I miss something?
Well, I don't think so. She says, "I'm kind of curious. Will you be visiting the brothel again at some point, Nasira?"
Does Nasira know anything about, like, you guys mentioned that you guys visited the brothel during one of the sessions I missed. Has anyone taken up with Atala since?
No one's taken up with Atala since
no.
that from us, anyway.
Definitely not
No, not-
eligible.
Well, right. I know that. I meant among this group.
I don't think
No.
so. At least
No.
not specifically. Doodles and who? what was it,
Or I guess the
Bethmel?
better question is if
Yeah.
there was someone in the group that had taken up with her, like whether Nasira would know or not. Like,
Well,
She
I
did
think
mention-
the only thing you know is that Doodles and Bethmel went there at one evening. They didn't really mention who they were with, though.
I can't remember if this happened in front of us or not, but I
You're right,
remember
you're right.
Atala coming up to Vethmil and asking why he didn't ask
Yeah,
for
no,
her.
I guess
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
he was.
that important.
She was. Well, I think also you made an insight check that she was mostly teasing him,
Oh, did somebody make that? I didn't realize.
or maybe
Yeah,
you,
I
or
think-
maybe you knew that. I forget.
I think
know.
Onvia made it inside check for that.
It's
I guess it's
possible.
not that important. She would probably just reply, well, as you know, it has been much more difficult for me to enjoy the delights of the city above in the last couple days.
Just, that's true, I guess. You guys are kind of, Oh, but wait. Oh, that's right. Kyber brought some of them to you. That's what happened. He didn't...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She wasn't among them, but she would say, I apologize that I was a little bit deceptive about who I was when we first met. I guess didn't know you all that well. Still, I think it was probably better than me just coming out and saying, hey, I'm a vampire.
Well, I confess.
Especially in front of me.
Yeah.
What do you confess, Nasira?
So, are we all like in a big circle, like, or is she kind of talking to me? Like, I mean, I know like we're not like away
you're-
or hiding, but like, is this kind of a group conversation, or was she addressing
Yeah,
me?
so you're, I mean, she was addressing you, but you're all kind of standing within the the dining room, so you're all kind of close by talking.
Well, I don't think that there's any benefit now, so, you know, I would say, I confess I was aware of some degree of your condition when we spent time last together.
She looks curious. She says, how did you know?
We were hired by a local to investigate a death, and you were not as neat as perhaps you may believe. There were some clues left behind that
We found
led
one
us.
of my found one of my kills then. She says, I'm curious now. Who hired you to investigate that? I wasn't chased by anyone or attacked, so whatever
We
information.
did not reveal that we had matched the clues with you, just that the murder was caused by a vampire.
She says, can you tell me who it was that was looking, just out of curiosity, so I know to watch my back? Give me an insight check.
Yeah,
Can I do one just standing off on the side? I like to believe I'm just listening to everyone's conversations.
Again, anyone can roll this. DC would
Watch
be...
me be terrible. Yeah, I saw that.
DC
Saw
would
that
be,
coming.
probably... No, let me roll. DC
You
is...
sure it's in 2?
17.
You sure it is in 2?
Alright, no, it's not 2. So, Anvir, you were pretty sure that if she tells her who it was, you're signing that person's death warrant.
would I know that with a passive of 17?
Oh, your passive was 17? Okay, then yeah, you would know that too.
Yeah.
I missed that.
So, and even before you asked for the role, I was planning to, I believe that your natural skills are likely beyond this one's skills. I do not have any particular affinity for him or wish to preserve him, but I also don't wish to. He's already lost much.
And I would try to help out with that. I try to persuade, since I would also know with the 17. I say,
You don't even know who we're talking about.
what do you?
Or
no,
he's
no,
gathered. He's gathered from the conversation that we
True.
know
Yeah.
someone who's or who hired someone to track a murder. Yeah.
well, no, I've gathered that also that if she knows, then she's gonna try to kill him with the 17.
Yeah.
I say, and why worry? I am here to always have your back, anyways.
Give me persuasion checks, the two of you. I'll say DC 13.
It's gonna be absolute garbage. You ready, Lou?
Right. Whenever you want it to be good.
Hey.
She kind of sighs and says, "Well, I suppose that's true. I don't have much to fear from most mortals." All right. Well, I'll hold you to that. If I'm killed by some random, random labor, Vethmil, I'll be very cross with you. And she smiles.
The other thing that we did not know early on was just how infested this city actually is with vampires. So it seems that there would be many other targets that could be.
Well,
Yeah, he didn't really seem keen on hunting down the person responsible for this. It was very much a like, there are like so many vampires in this town. Oh well, kind of reaction.
We could not conceal the state of the corpse once it was discovered, but we did not reveal any of the other clues from our investigation. We simply gave the corpse back to his loved one's care.
It's partially true. I wouldn't use the term infested. Many of the spawns created by Stravaro and his people are murdered. Not all are as fortunate or skilled as me, so most of them do end up dead by the hand of the hunters. But there are others who exist more subtly, like myself.
Tell me more of these hunters.
Says, well, there are guards in the town, actually kind of hired by the families to help control problems with vampires and magic users and any sort of, I guess, supernatural danger, as it unfortunately does seem to be something that the city deals with a lot. I mean, all the families know of Lord Stravaro and his creations, so they're not happy about it, but they deal with it because they need his cooperation, and he pays into that as well.
The witch hunters kind of sound like what we are to Candleroom.
This is possibly
vampire hunters.
I don't know much about Candleholm, but yes, most likely then.
Not as much supernatural stuff, but we've dealt with the stuff that did come up.
Can you think of a reason why a citizen of this town who had lost a loved one would not go to these hunters for help, would go to strangers instead?
Well, the hunters don't generally care when poor people go missing, unless a lot of them go missing.
I see.
Also, the poor people don't even know much about the hunters or how to get in touch with them. So most likely, whoever this person was, who you won't tell me, she says, kind of annoyed, but also playfully, she says, most likely went to the town guards, who know of this sort of thing and just probably won't do much to help them. The unfortunate problems with not having power in the city.
I see.
F.
Well, it looks like Doodle is downright salivating. Let us go to the dining hall.
We're in the dining hall.
Says,
Yeah, we
come
are.
on, Doodles, have some sausages.
Oh, I thought we were like walking that way or something.
I assumed
okay.
Doodle was like sitting at the table eating like a big thing from the buffet.
He's already got his plate all
He's
piled up.
just there with
my
a
feet are
massive
up, my
plate of
belt's
sausages,
on,
smoking a stogie.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Big cup of
What time?
ale.
What time of day is it?
It is. I think it was noon. Let me double check though.
Well, we woke up, went to Abra, came back from Abra, had the conversation with Tyler.
It is about 11:30.
Okay.
Oh.
Vethmil says to Atala,
I'm a bit packaged myself. Are you down for maybe a bite?
What the fuck?
That sounded oddly sexual.
I mean, he's a,
Yes!
he's a vampire. Everything vampires say sounds
it's a
oddly
pun.
sexual.
Point taken.
She would say, you mean a hunt? I'm actually doing all right myself.
I was making a joke.
Oh, well.
It was a poor joke.
Well, in that case, yeah, maybe I'll have something from the buffet as well.
and all right, so that like when she says that, obviously she's implying that we'll go get something, right? Order out, as it were.
This is. I don't understand.
Livery.
Were you making a joke or did you want to go hunt?
I was doing both.
She
It depended
says,
on your reaction.
No, I'm actually all right for the time being. I don't like to hunt too often. I thought Trevorrow provided you with such things.
He provides me meager scraps. I have to normally fend for myself if I want the good stuff.
She says, "Well, tell you what, you've been pretty. I mean, I guess I've been on your bad side, been annoying you. So how about tonight we go and find you something with more substance."
Well, and he smiles. That would be great.
And then she nods and says, "All right, tonight we'll make it a date."
Deal.
And then he kind of walks away.
She just crosses her arms and shakes her head.
So, when you are not spending your evenings hunting, anything pleasant to
says-
do in these tunnels? Any romantic spots to visit?
Alright. She says, and just so I can clear some things up. Not every time I hunt ends in a kill. Most of the times when I kill my victims, it's because someone wanted them dead.
I thought this might be the case, actually, but thank you for sharing.
She says, as for romantic, give me a persuasion check. DC, I'll say 12. She gives you a little bit of a coy smile and says, I suppose I could make some time. Although I thought you were heading over to the vampire estate.
I would be... I don't, Did we say anything about it, that we were heading over there?
Well, you mentioned during the conversation that you were moving in there, I thought.
We were invited to move in, that we weren't exactly keen on it.
And that we were that's a member of the group was coerced to say yes.
Alright, so yeah, I guess she would be asking you then. Are
Yeah.
you heading over there?
I had not decided, actually. I'd be interested in your input on our situation.
I hate that guy. She says, I despise House Abra and almost everything about them, except for Vethmil. But, yeah, I would not trust them. I would not trust most vampires, to be honest.
I had no intention of trusting them, but we have had little offer of alliance since coming to this town. Quite the opposite, in fact. Our efforts have been met with deception and malice.
One other important point, just because I don't think it was brought up. You do remember that Lord Stravaro seemed to know something about Eldwin's father.
Oh, yeah! Shit, I forgot about that completely.
Yeah. Which
So-
seemed
Probably
to
Eldrin
get
himself
quite the
forgot.
reaction out of him. I just was noticing it in my notes. I'm like, I don't think you guys mentioned that. So yeah, I'm just...
No, we completely didn't.
Sorry,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
No,
But-
yeah, so I would... Yeah, like I said, I wasn't necessarily intending to trust him, but he wields power in this city and could perhaps provide avenues that are not available to us by other means. I'm not ready to completely discount the possibility.
She says, just be
I also
aware.
feel like not going would piss him off.
There's a price either way. He and the nobles in general do not do anything for free. I almost would say you should just stick with the pit market people is at least we come from less what would the word be? We're more down to earth, however she'd say that.
When a vampire elicits a promise from a subject using charm, can you tell me if there's any consequence to breaking
you're
such a word?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're like typing.
Yeah.
That's not me.
No,
The
I
typing's not
mean
coming
that's
through.
what I
Oh,
mean.
LJ.
I was gonna
Oh,
say
gotcha.
like Atala is like typing while you're talking to her.
On a typewriter, full typewriter.
Yeah.
Ding.
Ding. Sorry, what did you say? I got distracted by the typing.
In the case where a vampire exercises their charm to elicit a promise from a subject, can you tell me if is the subject in any way bound to keep to such a promise or facing any consequence if they should cross it?
Well, it would depend on the nature of the promise. I mean, certainly if you do something like sign a contract, then legally it could be an issue, but also he may take it as an insult if you agree to something and then later on say you don't want to do it, even if you do say he charmed you, which would be an accusation that might anger him quite a bit, even though he knows it's true. Both the fact that you realized it and the fact that you called him out on it.
So, your recommendation to me was to stick with the pit gang, but your other declarations have, or the other information you have shared indicates that I am perhaps better off going back to the Abra house, given what transpired this morning.
I don't know. You're in a dangerous situation. Either way, Vethmil kind of involved you in the business of House Abra, which obviously I wouldn't hold against him. He was just doing his master's bidding. But now that you're involved, it might be risky to not accept him as an ally.
To be fair, even without Vethmil, we probably would have ended up searching out Abra as a potential route of allyship at some point.
She says,
in fact, I intended to search you out.
Oh?
Atala, when I did not know your name as Atala then, but...
What the fuck?
She says, for something besides the romantic locations, and smiles.
Indeed, I was hoping that perhaps you would know some enough of this town to offer some insight, as you have done. But I did not have any opportunity to spend more time with you before much has transpired.
Says indeed.
I'm gonna look around at kind of everyone because I'm assuming everyone's still kind of there at the table eating. Forgive me, my head is a bit fuzzy from the charm, but does anyone recall if the coerced agreement that I uttered was singular or plural? Is the group entirely bound?
I think it was your group.
Well, I mean, he asked you all, and even before you agreed to it, everyone else was kind of like, okay. I think you were the holdout. Like, I think everyone...
so that's why he charmed me.
Yeah, I think
so everyone has agreed. Okay.
Everyone was kind of like, yeah, okay. And then, like, you were like, I don't know about this, and that's when you felt funny.
I think we were tossing it up, and she was the only one who was like, but why would we even want to do this? And he was like, no, there's some ups.
Don't you trust me? Yeah, so
all right.
It was kind of like when he was talking about Eldwin's dad and saying, like, I have resources, and everyone's like, oh, okay. But you were kind of the holdout, which is probably why he used the charm on you.
I see.
All right, so yeah, what does the group want to do?
That is a great question.
That is a great question.
I think at this point we need the Abra has to fully be on our side at this point?
I think he knows we had to come back for allies, but he doesn't know how many. So maybe we only come back with like Voli and Soul, and leave James, Dosha, Ellen, and Mirren here.
I would support this. I was going to recommend something similar.
Voli
Although
is,
they may not be any safer here, considering politics are afoot on all sides.
Voli is kind of eating some spider cocktail, and he says, "Wait, what? I'm going to the vampire house?"
Apparently so.
Perhaps it will be the safest place from your sister.
We're just spitballing at the moment.
Ugh. You know, you guys are lucky you have a cool digging machine, and he just stuffs more spider cocktail in his mouth.
Oh,
It's
and
the
that
only
would've
reason
been-
he's with us at this point.
The only,
Also-
the other potential is swap Voli and Dosha around, but I reckon we definitely leave
Yeah, send
James,
the
Mirren, and Ellen.
Knoll, he says. The Knoll will probably do better. They're not going to bite Knolls. Knolls are like dogs. They have fleas, right?
Oh my lord.
I feel like every single member of the group just is like,
How dare you. Don't you diss on Dosha?
Dosha's been with us.
is
since-
Dosha in the room? I want to give him a hug.
Dosha,
Damn it.
no one's here, but I'll say Voli.
Voli.
So question. Did we include anything about our machine in any of the conversations with Kyber or
No.
Lord Abra? Okay. So that comment from Voli would probably be kind of puzzling to
Atala.
Atala. Yeah.
Tala just doesn't say anything.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, probably not as interested in digging machines. But he says, yeah, get the Knoll to do it.
Okay, so I think we leave Dosha here. We bring Voli.
Oh, God damn it.
If for no other reason than the flea comment.
I was
Eh.
joking. Hey, come on, guy. Fine, I'll go.
Nice.
You might be surprised, even if it is an exchange. The agreement, help from them would require help from us. Something he will want from us. Even though it is a transaction, you might be surprised. He might be able to help you with this problem with your sister.
Maybe.
Think of it this way: you can tell everyone back on your bridge that you entered a den of vampires and lived.
This wouldn't be the first time.
I'm sorry. Not gonna
Well, then
process
why are
that.
you so nervous?
Says, well,
Side check.
it's still dangerous. Doesn't mean I want to do it
No.
again. Besides, I mean, I've been to the brothel, and she kind of gives Atala a wink, and she rolls her eyes.
Yes. Speaking of, how many of your comrades share your condition? I noted only one other, but did not have the chance to fully investigate.
She says, the brothel. There are 4 total, including myself. Though the other 3 are not nearly as skilled as me. There used to be a couple more, but the hunters got them.
Skilled in what area? Are we talking about your profession or
Both,
your
I think.
survival and
She says,
hunting
well,
skills?
technically they're both my professions, but
I see.
we'll say survival skills.
Okay.
Also, Nasira, treasure Russian. What other thing will you investigate?
What?
And,
You said was investigating, and LJ, Fred back. What else were you investigating in there?
I just said that I only noted one other vampire besides Nancy when I was looking.
That wasn't the
because,
point of it.
because I
I think
didn't
he was
have
making a dirty joke.
Yes.
because I didn't have time to. Okay, I didn't understand the question. Sorry.
He was asking where else were you investigating in there?
Hang on.
Oh, I see.
Yes, it was so very clever.
So, Voli will say, Doodles, can I have some of your pipe, please? Come on, pass that over here.
Absolutely. And
And he
my
sits down
little
with you.
unseen servant will fly the pipe over to him.
All right. Well, he sits down to you with you to finish
great.
his spider cocktails and yeah, have some of your pipe as well.
Spider cocktail.
Yeah, right. Bethmel's sitting next to Doodles, just kind of staring at a turkey leg on the table, just scowling at it.
Voli would say, "Are you angry at that turkey leg?"
I'm angry that I can't eat the turkey leg.
I mean, you
So then
can
can I have it? Looking at LJ's 10 plates.
I grab it and I throw it at him.
That thing's gone.
Attack roll,
Assume,
please. You could have been the forehead.
Yeah, LJ eagerly. Give me an acrobatics, LJ.
Oh, watch this spin. Nope, not gonna say it.
I throw it like I throw.
Alright. So,
Oh, no.
Got it!
so the turkey leg just smacks you right in the forehead, which you quickly pick
Ah!
up and start eating.
I still eat
assume.
it.
Yeah.
Plus
Alright.
1 leg.
So yeah, you all hang out here a bit, have some lunch, and yeah, what's the plan?
Another option. I mean, so it seems like we're heading back to House Abra later today to stay, right?
I suppose so.
Yes, I think it is worthwhile to stay on the good side and see what benefit it may give for now. With caution, of course.
Well, the bad side means you. Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't say that.
Nope, finish that sentence. Come on.
Well, it means you could end up on a rack. Maybe flayed?
What?
Yeah.
I
I
have
don't
no
like
idea
being
what you
nude.
just said.
I
Anyway, it's
don't
not
like
like it's
being
not gonna
nude.
happen.
My
He's
mic
saying
cut out.
torture.
So you could end up on a rack being flayed.
Yeah.
Ah. Let's see that happen. That'd be fun to see.
But then again, we've already been, attempted murder by other families in this town. What have we to lose?
Attempted murder throughout this town and throughout my entire life. This won't be the first time.
Well, it would certainly be harder, Voli says, to deal with 2 direct enemies rather than just 1. The Stevison are directly trying to stop us. The Abra might be allies. So, yeah.
Or at least have some mutually beneficial arrangement in mind.
Yeah, I mean, the Cavaro are, as he said, hunting us as well. I don't know
But
if
only in order to maintain their status quo with Stevison, yes.
Exactly, because of the alliance between the houses. He says, I don't know if I fully agree with him that we don't want to get them involved. There might be something that they can gain from espionage against House Stevison. As much as I hate to go against my own family. She
Perhaps
started it.
Perhaps there is a window to at least somehow get Cavaro to a point where they are hunting us only in show and not in earnest. Perhaps if they have someone who would be interested in secrets, since we've shared many already,
Indeed.
they could perhaps find it useful to know that this is all a sham, the hunt for us, and that Lady Stevison is quite the liar.
Yes, especially if they can prove it. Embarrassing. House Stevison would bring them a lot of glee and more power within the city. Were you saying something, Doodles? I feel like I cut you off.
No. I think I was just gonna ask or say that I always enjoy the bite of the venom in those spider cocktails.
Yeah, he would nod and say it. You're not actually supposed to be drinking their venom. They may have messed up your cocktail.
What's
It might have been me because I was the one pouring it.
Oh.
So that's like the third time we've mentioned cocktails during this, or spiders during this meal. Like, did I miss something? Like, is that what we feed on down here?
I don't know. We brought up spider
Some of-
cocktail at some point.
You'll have to say that again. I couldn't hear you over LJ.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lou just
So-
said spider cocktail at some point, and we kind of leapt on it. I
Just
think.
ran with it. Okay, I was just making sure there wasn't something I missed.
Well, spiders are a common food in the deep.
Are they like giant spiders? I assume.
Yeah, they're like spiders and bugs are quite plentiful, so there are a lot of dishes made with them. There are also actual farm animals that were brought down here, but those are more rare, so are much more expensive. Like spider is very like plentiful as well as like giant insects meat.
It's full of protein.
It is.
It's like crab meat.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot less taboo to eat bugs and spiders down here as it would be in other places.
I like to imagine they probably have a small insect farm at the temple.
Yeah, I can
They
see
probably do. And actually, there are larger insects that they probably use.
But they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Handle
I've said
I got
that
a
my
spider
temple's
farm or
fairly
something.
self-sufficient. So
I
they
mean, like,
probably do things.
crab and lobster are technically just like sea bugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crustaceans, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there really a sea down here though?
No, I'm just saying that, eating bugs would not be all that looked down upon.
It's very, very Blade Runner of you, Lou.
Yeah.
Apparently, fried scorpion tastes a lot like a chickeny flavored potato chip.
Neat.
The
Alright.
fact
Of course,
that
the
you know that.
Australian.
But yeah,
of
that's,
course, the Australian knows that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Sorry
only
to
why,
documentary.
that's probably why there's like a bunch of spider dishes to be procured here. But yeah, so some time passes. You all eat. You all converse some more. We'll say it's probably about 12:30 now. Do you want to keep passing time, or does the group want to do something?
One option is we could go chase down that vampire lair that's been bothering the picking.
Right, we did come across that outpost that vampire ran into.
Oh, did Vethmil tell you all about that? I guess he did while he was chasing.
Yeah, when he came back, he said that he was covered in arrows, and we were like, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah.
Well, he didn't take a single hit, so.
Yeah, his shield had a bunch of arrows.
Part of me thinks that might be what Lord Stepson would wants from us.
Maybe we should go to Abra first, bring it up. They might be someone he really wants dead.
Like
Or
that
someone
information
looking
could
for him.
ensure his help.
Sorry, two people started talking at once then.
That information could ensure his help.
Mm.
Or it's theirs to begin with.
Shoot, what's his name?
Voley?
Yeah, Voley would say, you think House Abra is actually behind the vampire attacks? Like, Lord Abra is secretly attacking us while extending a hand of friendship?
There is that possibility.
What
Not
what would we have to
Were
gain
we
from
not
that?
rather at his?
I was just about to say.
We were just under his. We were in a very vulnerable situation in which he could easily have harmed us, at least, if not worse. I'm sure we would have put up a fight, but I think there would be. He needs us at least to some extent, or is curious about us, or has a job for us, or something. I don't think is simply as blatant as he wants to kill us, because it would not make sense for him to act as he has.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Unless he's trying to maybe make himself out to be a friend by causing danger. Still, I don't know. I'm not sure if
But
I
that
would
would
understand
still
that.
imply that he wishes to be our ally and is using methods to encourage our trusting of him,
yeah,
Yes.
but
which means
Well-
he needs us for something. If
yeah,
that was-
but throughout my own life, I realized this: nothing is absolutely zero. There's always a chance something can happen. This is a small chance. A chance, maybe it's small, but a chance nonetheless.
Yeah, no one's saying there isn't a chance. We're all very cautious and speculating because there's a chance in all of these things.
Well,
I think the
I'm.
thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, he was just gonna say. I'm guessing he would, if nothing else, be interested in the knowledge of where this base is. I think he does know more about these vampires than he's letting on, but I don't know if he's in league with them.
I'd imagine a vampire lord makes it his business to know what's going on with all vampires in his town.
Exactly. I'm guessing that he has more information on them than he hasn't told us. All right. So is that what you want to do?
Yeah, it's definitely risky, but I don't know about the rest of you, but it's a risk I know I have to take.
Oh, why do you have to take this risk, Eldwin?
Oh, yes.
Voley
Appar-
says.
Because apparently Lord Abra has, it's like, apparently Lord Abra at least knows of my father, and has also, let slip that he hired a mercenary that I've been very interested in meeting.
He, I guess, would kind of look to you and the rest of the group and say, and who is that?
Don't know. I don't know the man's name, don't know anything about him. The only thing I know is that he has the sword that my mother was carrying.
Interesting. Says, well, I can go with you if you all wish. Just let me know. Otherwise, I'll be making my time here, or I'll be using my time here to relax until I'm thrown into a vampire den.
Is
For
there?
the good of my friends, of course. And he gives you all a kind of a mock bow.
Is there anything we wanted to do before going to Abra? Check the market? Anything like that?
Do we want to see if we can get potions or something?
So, yeah, I guess Vethmo would say,
Well, if we go back, perhaps maybe I could ask Lord Abra about the vampires I ran into. I didn't want to do it while we were there, for fear that he was angry with me already.
Yeah, I think we had talked about doing that anyway.
yeah, he was just bringing it up.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Good, good. You're there. So easy. Yeah, I think that's definitely an idea. To see if they're allied or not.
All right.
But is there anything we wanted to do here? Anyone? Shopping or anything like that?
I guess we can check out the their like market thing that they have while we're here. See if there's anything that can
I
help
think-
us.
I think we have to be careful. I think we'd have to talk to somebody about. And Lou, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they have like a market in their
given
base.
permission to talk
It's like
to their-
all like up.
Sorry, what did you say, Doodles?
Oh, we've been given permission to buy things from the stock store here.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're-
that's right.
You can go talk to their quartermaster, and
There
basically,
you go. That's what they call it.
yeah, basically,
Master of quarters.
they can sell you like supplies and stuff at book price. They kind of have a black market area where they have a bunch of supplies.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't remember if they had one actually down in the base or if it was all above ground.
But the plan is to go to House Abra, or pick stuff up from the quartermaster and go to House Abra. So
I think, yeah, pick some
Yeah,
stuff up.
cool.
I think
I've
just
already
grabbing a few
got my
potions.
supplies,
Oh,
and
and
for them.
as long as you're kind of talking about that, Atala would say, we also do have some more rare things that show up on occasion. If you want, I can try to get in touch with some of our richer merchants and see if any magical stolen goods are in town.
Ooh.
Basically,
that-
you could do like a downtime trying to buy magical items.
Oh,
Yeah, that might be interesting. We do have a bunch of stuff none of us use that we could also. We need to figure that out at some point. Bring all the stuff from the ship we're never going to use and
Yeah.
sell.
To offer in trades.
Do you want me to get started on that?
I think not today, because that's outside of the town.
Yeah, but if
So-
you want Atala, if you want to have her do that, she can look into magical item sales and trades. It would just be a fun
that sounds
day
like a
thing.
great downtime activity for her.
All right, so she says, "Yeah, I can look into it for you. I might need some money though." So you want to start her on this project?
Yeah, can't hurt.
Here, let me see.
Might as well.
Let me remind
That being
myself.
said, I apparently have spent all my money at the bars and
Yeah, that's-
brothels. So.
That's why I'm saying we need to sell stuff, because we don't actually have a lot of, like, liquid currency.
I mean, you could just split all the money you have in the treasury, right?
We
Yeah,
could,
but-
yes, but
did.
I don't want to.
But I think most of what's in the treasury is, like,
Bars.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, those
we're
are-
going there, and then we're going to the House Abra.
Yeah.
So she says I'd need 100 gold pieces, and I can look into this.
LJ pulls out his own pouch and says, here you go.
She says, "Well, am I looking into this for you or for the group?"
For the group.
All right. So you give her 100 gold pieces. Go ahead and minus that, and add her to the downtime activities that she started buying a magical item project today. And just list in the notes that you paid for it. But yeah, and also if anyone wants, they can buy stuff at book price. You can just go ahead and minus gold and add items if you need anything.
How much is, I'm trying to think of, it's like beef jerky, why did I get beef jerky? from?
Rations.
Rations, thank you.
I think it's a gold piece a day for preserved rations. Spider
How much would it
jerky.
be to buy?
It's a gold piece a day, book price.
Okay.
Alright. So you get some stuff from the market, or at least have the thieves get some stuff as you pay them. And you said you're heading back to the Opera Estate?
Yes, with Foley and Soul, I guess.
Soul looks like a... What? What does he look like? I assume not his true form.
No. At this point, I'd say, I guess he would look like just elf, probably some elf that we've passed at some point.
Alright, so he looks like a really weird elf, because apparently Soul is not good at copying humanoids.
Perfect.
So you are admitted entry. Once you get to Abra, you bump into Bakarab, who just kind of waves you through. He would see Voli and kind of nod to him. He says, "Who's the weird guy looking at your kind of bug-eyed looking elf?"
It's like,
"Who, me?" He says, "I'm an elf."
Can he
Oh wait,
even-
actually, never mind. You can't speak. So you go. Blah, 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 blah. The guy's like, "What the hell?"
He had a head injury as a child.
Give me a deception check.
I'm gonna fail that so bad.
Say DC 15.
Kicked in the face by a donkey.
what's a donkey? No.
There's a spider.
Actually,
Alright. He says, whatever. Just he's not gonna steal anything. I hope. Go ahead. Go.
no, but he might try to set something on fire, so keep out for that.
So good. He kind of sighs. Keep an eye
I
on
like
that guy.
I like to imagine Soul only understood the word fire and
Fire.
immediately opened his eyes.
Yeah, his eyes go even more bug-eyed. He's
Oh,
like,
I would bring Manasa. I forgot I
Uh,
brought her back from the ship.
Oh yeah.
Let's which one was Manasa?
The Iron
Snake.
Cobra.
Oh, the little iron snake. All right, so it's like slithering with you.
Quick question. What's expected finish? Weeks, 1 week, 3 days?
You're cutting
Oh.
out. I'm not sure what you just said.
What's the expected finish time?
The what?
The
Yeah,
magic
It would just
item.
be 5 days.
5 days.
I don't know.
1 week. 1 work week. All right, so yeah, now that you drop them off at the Opera Estate, what are you doing?
I think we're
Yeah.
figuring out what we're doing. He asked us to come here.
I guess I'd go look for Lord Abra to see if he's busy, perhaps.
All right. So you would find him in his office. He's talking to a woman who I don't think you're. Wait, you didn't come up, or did you come up? Yeah, you did come upstairs. All right. So he's talking to a woman that you don't exactly recognize.
Okay.
Are you gonna just kind of barge in, or are you waiting for him to finish? He's in his office.
I'll wait for him to finish. He doesn't like when I barge in.
Alright, so you're kind of standing at the door. He is in there talking to a well-dressed woman.
Oh
who
yes,
actually,
the kid is back.
I think was actually identified at the party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elwin asked the door guard.
He gave you a name, but yeah, you don't know much about her. So he's talking to her. He kind of notices you standing there and says, we can speak more later, Acela. And she says, of course, Lord Abra, giving him a polite bow. Kind of smiles at you as she walks past you, back out into the house. He motions for you to come in. He says, Vethmil, is everyone settling in all right?
Yes, we just got back. I think the group decided to stay here.
He says, well, yes, I was hoping they would. Excellent.
Well, there was talk, but it seems they settled to stay. Regardless, I have information.
Oh, and what is that?
When we were making our way back to the thieves' hideout, we were ambushed by rogue vampires.
Again?
Yeah.
He says, what can you tell me about these vampires? I know they've attacked you several times now. I believe you told me a bit about the first group. Was there anything strange about this second group?
I give him a description and tell him in detail about the flying one that we had seen.
Give me an intelligence or arcana check. As you
I feel
try
like that's
to
very fair.
recall things about these vampires.
Depending on which room.
Great.
So it doesn't-
Or 11. So he kind of nods as you're talking about them. He says, interesting. A psychic vampire. Not seen one of those in a long time. And you say these vampires were just wandering the caves.
I don't know if they were wandering, my lord, but, well, to me it seemed like maybe they knew we were coming.
I see.
Regardless, we dispatched of them very quickly, and I gave chase to one of the spawn. I tried to apprehend. I got close, but I had been drained of my strength in the fight and only managed to keep pace. He ran through a...
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
He ran through a gate that was surrounded by thralls, I believe.
So Lord Stravaro, or Lord Abra, kind of thinks for a moment. Give me an insight check, DC 25.
Definitely not even possible at all. I don't think.
Oh, really? Oh, you're +7.
It's because he has advantage because of one of these runes.
Oh. Well, don't
I
you
have-
still have advantage?
Oh well.
But he only has a +2.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So even okay, got it. I see what that is. That's only for the 17 is like for your passive.
Passive.
So yeah, Stravaro kind of thinks for a moment. He would say, I think if they do have some sort of lair in the cave that's guarded by familiars, it's definitely worth checking out. If they have coffins there, destroying those coffins could get rid of a lot of our enemies. How about or go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, would you give me anything with that 20?
You probably just wouldn't be able to make it. Sorry, I forgot that the 17 was only passive. I thought maybe you had a +7 or something.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like with my perception.
Yeah. So he says, take our new allies. Do what you can to get into the base and find out more about these. If the vampires are there, try to find out more about them. Destroy any coffins you find.
Yes, of course.
He says, tell them that this will be the first part of their payment or their price towards me as an ally doing this for me. If it's a small group of vampires, I don't imagine there'll be much trouble. But use your discretion, of course. Don't get yourself killed.
Perhaps maybe we word it differently to them as, well, they didn't take too kindly, my lord, to your abilities that you used.
He says they were able to see that.
Yes, it was discussed.
It's been a while since anyone's been able to see through my my charms.
I, of course, said nothing.
Give me a deception check.
He did.
He didn't say
Oh,
anything.
didn't you? I thought you mentioned that.
No,
No, he.
All right, no, never mind.
No,
Then.
it was all on Veer.
All right.
Keep
So
it.
he thinks for a moment and he says, "Well, maybe I'll leave it to you then. A way to word it to keep on their good side. You have more experience with them than I do. I could speak to them myself, but if they suspect me of using charms, it'd probably best come from you, not me."
Yes, I'll try to figure out a way to word it.
He says, "May I ask which one of them knew what I was doing?"
I forget, Lou. Which one was it?
It was what was it? It was
Wasn't me. It wasn't me.
It was on there, yeah.
It was on Veer. Okay. So I guess I kind of pause for a moment and look at him, and it's like hesitant to say. And then I guess he'd finally spit it out.
It was, I think his name is Anvir.
Says the elven priest. I suppose that makes sense. Their kind is good at sniffing out such things. Well, if they ever become my enemy, I know who must die first, and he smiles.
I just got a shiver down my spine.
He says, do what you can to convince them, Bethmel. I have faith in your abilities. If you can't handle it, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But I do want this base investigated.
Yes, well, it seems my biggest problem is swaying them, as you know, I am not the best at persuading.
He says, well, what do you think would persuade them?
Perhaps maybe some trivial reward.
Give me a persuasion check, DC 12.
As I said, I'm not good at persuasion. Okay.
You can
There
use
you go.
advantage or something. Alright, well, this says, this might be a good idea. What sort of things does this group want? Money? Fame?
Well, protection obviously is a big one at the moment, but something more monetary, perhaps money or mundane magic items or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I myself don't really care for any of the sort, but
And then he kind of, insinuates
So-
that they've shown him that they value these kind of items. So
As well, I've known you to enjoy what gold can bring you, especially in the marketplace.
well, it's mainly just a tool, really.
as you smile,
He thinks, he says, I suppose I could give them some payment just to show my goodwill. Protections, maybe some potions of healing. I could have my alchemist whip something up, or my herbalist. Very well, I'll have something sent over in the next hour or so. Just do what you must to prepare for the mission, and expect my payment soon.
Yes, my lord.
and he kind of bows and says,
Anything else you require of me?
Says, no, I shall let you know if anything else comes up. Do not disappoint me.
Yes.
and then he does a quick bow and then starts to walk out the room.
Alright, so you kind of go meet them at their quarters, I assume.
Yes.
So these quarters are definitely much nicer than the ones at the Pit Gang base. You all have like these big fluffy beds, like there's a bunch of artwork on the walls. Definitely someone with taste decorated these rooms.
Are there like wardrobes with fine clothes and stuff?
Yeah, we'll say that he has clothes for
You
you
go-
as well.
You have your magic clothes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I do. No,
Yes.
Nasira would definitely appreciate the
The
luxuries
decor.
and seem like she's actually quite at home in them.
Yeah,
Do I
and there are a
indicate-
bunch of servants hanging out waiting to serve you.
Is my room somewhere close by?
You have been given permission to share this area with them. It's definitely nicer than where you stay.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. I live with the spawn.
Yeah, you're like in the grody servant area with all the other spawn.
He went from slave quarters to guest quarters.
Yeah, he's in the upstairs now.
Yeah. He's That's great.
Alright, so yeah, what are you gonna do? You see, as they're all being pampered, yeah, Vethmil kind of walks in. The servants are like, like cleaning them up and maybe doing like hair and nails and stuff.
Oddly is letting it happen, but he's like clutching his holy symbol the entire time, just like.
I would like
Oh,
to.
you're
I'd
probably
like to.
being handled by thralls. So.
Sorry.
Or what did you say, Vethmil? Something
I
about
said
thralls?
they're probably being pampered by thralls. I
So
would assume.
what help?
The servants, not generally. The servants are usually humans, the non-combat ones.
Yeah, that's thralls, right? Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking spawn. But go ahead, Nasira.
No, I was actually thinking about this when we were on our way over. But like I was considering casting detect good and evil just to kind of like get an idea of the balance in the household of vampires versus non-vampires.
How long does that last?
It's either 10 minutes or an hour. Let me look here. 10 minutes. Oh, it's only 10 minutes.
Minutes. So, did you do that? Did you use a level 1 spell?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of doing it as like before we entered the house, so yeah, I might have used it, yeah.
Okay. It's weird. Why is it detect good and evil? It more detects types of creatures, but
I think it's a carry on from like old editions.
it is, yeah, but it's just weird they still called it that. Alright, so yeah, a bunch of the guards are undead, which makes sense to you. but a lot of the servants are not. They seem to still be normal people. Do you have religion training?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I do, if that helps.
Well, this would more be for her because she used the spell.
It's
and
worth a shot.
Might notice something. Sure. Give me an untrained check, DC 15.
Oh.
Wow. So you know that vampires can take thralls, though they are not always undead, but are often very reliant upon their masters. Often given small amounts of vampire blood to gain some powers, and it's almost like a drug to them. So that it's almost like the vampires get them addicted to it, and they continue to serve for wanting more of the blood, which makes them like feel younger, stronger. Gives them regeneration, a whole bunch of other neat stuff. Pure vampire blood, which Spawn don't have, but pure vampires do.
So the pure vampires give their blood to thralls, but won't give them to spawns because it would make the spawns true vampires, right?
Kind of. Like if they give them too much blood, it makes them true vampires. But giving humans blood has a different effect, basically. Also, the spawns are kind of, they have to serve them, whereas the humans are more like independent. So the addiction,
a little bit obsessive, like devotion.
yeah,
but
it's more of
not...
an addiction versus like magical compulsion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's more like giving all your soldiers a bunch of like heroin so they don't want to leave you.
kind of, yeah, except less, deadly.
PCP or some crap.
I'm sure it's just as deadly if you ever displease your the vampire savior.
Oh, true.
Yeah, probably. Well,
or if the vampire decides to end you on a whim.
Yeah, I mean, you take your chances in this type of place.
So yeah, Beth Mill just came in, right?
Oh yes. I say as I come in.
Well, this is nicer than I normally get to stay.
As he looks around and kind of be like, well, like he doesn't really get over here that much.
Everyone gather around.
Everyone's like in the chair getting like Manny Pennies right now.
He's getting.
You just see Envy just wide-eyed and not moving, just like, don't hurt me.
Just seeing y'all getting pampered and just like, and then he kind of walks over.
I have spoken to Lord Abra about the situation with the other vampires. It seems he doesn't quite know what's going on with them and would like us to investigate and potentially learn about that group. He's offered us a reward of sorts and potions and mundane things to accomplish this goal.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like
Like, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm getting tired of being ambushed by these other vampires over and over again.
Yes,
I feel like me and Eldwin may be Sunbeam Bros today.
You know, it makes me think now how my victims must feel. It's not so good.
As he says.
He gives you Ovi just gives you a very concerned look.
He's just like that kid who's like, his eyes are darting back and forth. He's like, I don't know about this.
Ovi's just sat there like, he's been like this for 500 years and this is the first time he's contemplated that?
Exactly.
Ovi is very shook.
Does anyone have any questions?
Is there anything else that's discussed? Just that?
Well, yeah.
Are we alone in this room?
Well, you have all your mani-pedi people.
Ah, right, yes.
Like doing your
Okay.
nails and your toenails.
All the eyes.
All the
and ears.
thralls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, let me know if I'm leaving anything out, Lou. I'm kind of tired. I don't think I am.
Except for the me bit.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving the me bit out.
Yeah,
For you.
that's the only thing I don't think he said.
Yeah, I
leaving
think you told them about the reward and everything, so I think you told them everything.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to tell about the destroying coffins. If that comes up, then I'll bring it up at the time.
All right.
So.
What
Well,
did you
the-
say you were leaving out before that?
Me, that he told him that I noticed
Oh,
his
gotcha.
stuff.
About Anvir now having a big target on his back.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like every other encounter.
Yep.
Exactly.
There you go.
So I guess no one is protesting. Are you all agreeing to do this?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm all
Well,
about
it
it.
needs to be done anyway, so at least we can receive some gratitude and a reward.
Just to be a dick, do I believe Vethmil when he said nothing else was discussed?
I guess give me deception versus insight.
Like you want me to roll insight? You said.
No, deception.
Oh, deception. Oh. Okay.
Nasira's distracted.
Oh, I rolled real low, but I also have a passive 18.
Yeah, so you would notice Vethmil squirming a bit, almost like something's bothering him a little.
I won't bring it up, but I'm making a mental note.
All right. So Doodles, as you are getting out of your chair from your pampering, the lady there would say, Doodles, I'm surprised to see you back here. She kind of whispers. She says, I think Jessica was looking for you, but she didn't
Ooh.
think you'd end up back here again. Aren't you in hiding?
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh no. Uh-oh. I'm not.
I
Doodles,
feel like-
I'm Poodles.
Sorry.
What did you say?
Jessica.
She
Oh,
nods.
do you know what she wants?
She's just concerned that you're back here. She thought you were, hiding because of what happened.
Well, yeah. Might be. Is she around?
This is not here, but Stevison was looking for you. I mean, obviously he doesn't know who you are because now you're back here and he hasn't killed you yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Borrow or seven?
Sorry,
Oh.
Stravaro. Yeah. He says, Stravaro has not murdered you, so obviously he forgot or never figured out who it was.
Or carried that much. I hope. Maybe Jessica and I can meet up at some point. It would be nice to see her again.
Well, she knows you're here. I'll ask her about that, but it would be a bit dangerous.
There has to be somewhere safe.
She nods and says, "I'll see. I'll see what I can make happen." But
It's been far too long.
well, just
And
take care. You're in the wolf's den.
yes, yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Anvir is just staring at Doodles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you-
feel like
no,
Anvir heard
you
that whole
guys
conversation.
you guys didn't hear any of that. I was like whispering off to the side.
Are you sure? Even with my 23?
I'm gonna say yeah. She probably told him like away from the group as he was.
It's worth a try.
So
Oh, how awesome.
so
Doodles comes back with a little grin on his face.
yeah. So are you leaving now for this, or you want to skip some time and do this like later, or what's the plan?
He said that he was going to have some stuff delivered to us in an hour or something.
Oh right, you were waiting on that first. So yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, Lou, if you do get the chance, I don't know if you've looked at the personality traits, ideals, bonds, or flaws for my character. Feel free, to take a look and see if any of that kind of, works for anything that we're doing. Kind of personalized it a little bit, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, if there's something you want to do that involves them, let me know. I just, I kind of look at everyone's from time to time, but
Yeah.
if you had ideas, you can, like, whisper them to me or something.
Okay. Yeah. We'll kind of see. But
Alright. So some
Over-
time... Yeah.
I was just gonna say a dumb thing that over the course of this game, I have slowly put in my flaws over trusting.
oh,
It's, yeah, I mean, those things kind of develop, but you would get some stuff after the hour. A nice little chest is delivered with some things inside of it. Let's see.
it's a box of platinum.
Oh god, not far off.
Yeah, quite a bit of coin.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
Split it 6 ways.
a little treasure box here. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's do a 10-minute break while you guys split that. I'll be back.
How many people are here? The character.
6.
It's 6. So
Oh,
everyone...
it's a weird thing where it's like 3, 3, 3,
oh,
point,
yeah.
3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
So someone gets 334.
Uh,
Or just put the 1 in the treasure.
Or we could do something a little less, so we could do something maybe like...
I'm doing 1980. The 20 will everyone gains.
Well,
30
I was
people.
thinking... What I was thinking is maybe we put
Can you just
500...
put-
You guys can tell me if you agree with this, because I think it works well, is put 500 in the treasury and then each of us get 250.
That works.
Yeah, that works. I'll put it in the treasury.
Okay, so all of us get 250 gold. I probably can't carry 250 gold.
Probably not. At the very least, you would give it to me.
Vethno will
Hand it to you.
he'd probably want his full cut out of that. Just because, like I said, he uses it as a utility. You know, he doesn't really care for the personal wealth, but what it can do for him, right?
Oh fuck! I'm actually encumbered.
I'm not sure.
500? Nope. I can't speak.
I don't know if my weight actually changed.
What are you carrying? What else are you carrying?
I put the wrong number.
Yeah, I was gonna
I-
say. I mean, if I'm assuming you're our strongest character, and so for you to be encumbered by
Yes.
500 means
This
you're
is,
carrying a lot of other stuff.
This is
Yeah.
the first time Onvirus had more than 50 gold in the last, like, 30
So this is like
sessions.
the
What?
third.
Is
Isn't
it
this
time?
like? Isn't this like the third pot we've split? Because Nasira has quite a bit of coin, and the only time I really splurged was at the brothel.
I have bought a lot of material components.
Maybe that's
I
it.
just so
Like, at
Yeah.
one time, when we just came back from, like, the Knolls and stuff like that, I bought bloody a focus for scrying, which was 1,000 gold. I bought
Okay,
a
that makes
reliquary for
sense.
my summon celestial, which was
Yeah.
500 gold.
Right, because
Uh,
Nasira has over 1,200 gold and 64 platinum, and that's
Yeah.
including what we just added, the 250.
Yeah, I've been
Well,
buying.
I also
I've been
just
scribing
noticed-
spells.
I also just
buying
noticed
components.
200 Mojo religious components.
yeah, I was gonna ask how. Do you want to put in the treasury or?
No, did you want any of those, Nasira?
No, I
Hundred each.
don't think I have any use for them. Take
Okay.
them.
Okay, I'll take just
Yeah.
all of those then.
But
Okay.
we are splitting the pot 6 ways, right?
Yeah, so we're splitting it. We're taking 500 for the group treasury, and then we're splitting
And,
it 6 ways, and each of
so-
us get 250.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
Bethmel said he didn't want to do that.
I'd prefer to like get my
Split it
my
6 ways.
Well, the only reason I did it that I thought that would be the best way to do it is because
Okay, well, Bethmel.
otherwise it ends up in proper fractions.
Well, no, it's just like from what
Bethmel wants his share.
Oh, Well, no, I'm just saying, like, from what y'all are telling me, y'all already have like a lot in the treasury that y'all have to split up.
We
between
just
yourselves.
No, we've
in the treasury before the
stars.
500, we had 0 GP.
Wait, you don't have. Okay, can you say that again?
Okay, in the party treasury,
Uh-huh.
before we put in 500, this split, we had 0 GP.
You have 0 gold in your treasury?
We
Before
have, like,
the fifth split.
bars and stuff like that.
We have 5,964 GP worth, but gold pieces itself we had 0 before the 500.
Yeah, we have like a lot of value. Like we have like lots of like gold bars and platinum bars and stuff, but not.
Use that to trade with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do need to, but it's
Yeah.
hard to find somebody who's
We
like.
didn't have any gold pieces, but we do have platinum pieces and a lot of bars.
It's one of those
Yeah.
things where, like, you know, you don't want to chuck someone $100 note for your shopping trip.
Yeah, and for some
Well, you
reason
can
we
also
have a
Use
in
that kind of
our
leverage. So you're like saying, hey, you know, say that item that you're wanting to buy is you know.
we'll deal with that when it comes to that.
Well, I mean, even then, you know, you can ask for change. Like if you're if you're dealing with like the thieves, right? Then you can ask for change. Like, hey, I have this gold bar. You mind giving me half of its value because I'm spending half of it on this item.
Yeah.
So you can make.
Well, we'll figure it out.
I think we have done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Do
I think
we-
there was one time with me before. I became,
So are we doing a 6-way split where each person gets 333 gold pieces?
No, everyone gains 250.
What are you
that's
saying, Nate?
Do we need to take a vote? Is that good? Like I said, let's just do it the most fairest way. Let's take a vote and decide then.
Let's
Yeah.
just
I
do
reckon-
another. Let's give everyone another. What is it? Whatever. Don't mess with the fraction and put what's left in the inventory. Like round it down.
I mean, I'm cool if we all just want to take a vote. You know, I don't know which either way it's gonna land.
I don't see a problem with this. Trying to figure out a non-fraction.
So like
So-
everyone take 80, and then what's left put in the party treasury.
Oh, what? You mean like everyone take a much smaller amount?
No. In addition to the 250 we already took, everyone
okay.
take 80,
that math came.
and then 20 goes in the party inventory, so we don't have to mess with fractions.
Okay, yeah, that works.
So 330 to everyone, and
Which would be-
80 into the wait. What is it?
Okay, so if
It's
everybody gets an
330
additional.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just did the math, was all. So if everyone gets an additional 80, there's 20 that goes into the bag.
Exactly.
Is everyone okay with that?
Math. Let us
I'm
figure
fine
it
with that.
out. Dave.
What's up, LJ?
Oh no, math hard.
But are you alright with that, Vif Miller?
Oh, yeah,
Getting
no.
An additional 80 and then
Yeah.
just 20 being in the bag.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Just. I feel like since Andre's the party leader, how about we just do this? Whoever
It doesn't
controls-
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Just put
No, I'm
20
ta-
gold pieces in the bag and everyone gets
Oh
an
yeah,
additional.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about future stuff. Whenever it comes to Potter Treasury stuff, Potter Treasury deals, which would be
Well-
me in this case, or whoever
Alright.
has it.
I think we've come to the conclusion that the party has a decent amount of wealth, even though we don't have a lot of gold coins. And no one was against splitting it, so let's just go with that. We still have lots in the party treasury for large purchases later in bars and platinum.
But to be fair, on the ship,
Just
you
drop
have.
it.
Oh no, I completely move it on. On the ship, we have Dreaming Plate Armor.
Oh yeah, we need to sell a lot of magic.
Yeah, we have
That's
several
a thing
so
for another
items.
day.
I added a new section to stuff that I see could be worth selling.
That's what we
A
need.
lot
in
of
a
them
sec.
don't have GP and NDR. I would have to ask Will about that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
probably a
but they're
good
magic
idea, having a
items,
section for
When they're
stuff we
magic
want to sell.
items, they don't have a gold value. They're better for trading for other magic items of equal rarity.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair, none of them are magic, except for
Well,
the
some of
rod
them are.
from No Shaman and Rada as fuck.
You are cutting out so hard, dude.
Hmm.
Like every second syllable is just gone.
Motherfuck!
Funny enough, that was the clearest thing.
Kill me.
We have a magic crossbow. We have a magic greatsword. We have a magic maul.
We have magic
Oh.
blowgun darts.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we want to sell that?
We also
Probably.
there's that wand of the war mage, which I mean is valuable, but
probably-
if none of
we
our
probably
casters are
should keep-
carrying it, it might be worth considering trades.
Yeah, I ain't gonna use it. My staff is literally.
Yeah, I
that
mean
much
it's not
better.
something we're just gonna sell or get rid of, but having it ready to trade in case we find something of a similar rarity that's more valuable to us, that's what we need to keep that on hand.
I think
for
it
you.
might be worthwhile chucking a couple of the magic items into the bag next time we leave the ship, just for trading
Yeah,
purposes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for now, I think we've dealt. Oh, the distribution of healing potions. I have 3 right now, so I don't need any.
I have none.
I have plenty.
I
I
think
I've got
Do I have any?
well, I've got 1 greater and 2 regular, so yeah.
Yeah, I have none.
I have 1 greater. That's it for me.
Beth,
Yeah,
you got any potions?
By the way, LJ.
Oh,
I
he has a
need to-
greater.
I need to.
Any others or
wait,
just greater? Sorry.
I'll take anything y'all want to chuck at me, but yeah, I don't want to be
Well,
a
we're-
resource.
I think we're trying to determine who doesn't have any, if there's anyone who doesn't have
Yeah.
any.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it didn't matter to me.
I think maybe me.
Sounds like Vethmil and Doodles should both have a
Nasira.
regular, yeah.
I feel like
Well-
maybe me and Nasira don't have any, and then we just give 1 to everyone else.
No, I just said that I. Oh, 1 to everyone else. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and you don't take any. 1 to everybody else.
yeah.
I
That's
have my own kind of healing ability, and those are kind of weak. So if
True,
y'all
you
wanna-
have your bites, which are pretty
Yeah.
much a healing potion.
So,
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
so since Nisera has them, Anvil has them, how about 2 to me and 1 to everyone else?
I was
is
gonna
fine?
say you have 0, where the other 2 both have 1. So you get
Yeah.
2 normals, Eldon gets 1, Doodle gets 1.
what
Alright.
about Vethmil?
Vet said he doesn't want any because he
Oh,
has the
yeah.
proficiency times per day biting,
Okay.
or constitution times per day bite heal.
There you go.
LJ, when you get a moment,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. I want to offload some weight, so I'm putting in the bag. I have 40 feet of rope. That weighs 10 pounds. I'm gonna put in the bag.
Put in the bag of holding section itself. The bag of holding, it's not for it, it's in another dimension.
We do 10 times strength score for carry weight.
Yeah, we
right?
do 10.
Actually, no, it's 5 for
No, it's
encumbered.
10.
It's 5 for encumbered. It's
No,
10.
we use the variant encumbrance times 2. Like Lou allows it to be times 10 instead of times 5. But the rest of the
Oh.
the rest of the variant encumbrance rules we use, yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
So it's so it's strength times 10 and then all the rest of the variant encumbrance rules.
How the fuck do I change that? Because I am encumbered.
Well, you can if you turn on variant in the Roll20 sheet, then you just basically need to know that when it says heavily encumbered, then you're encumbered.
Okay.
Alright, so are we good to go?
I think so.
No other bits to do?
Um,
I am back.
so, friends. Oh. Okay, we can move on.
Yes.
Doodle. I'm kind of wanted by Lord Stevenson. Probably gonna lay low a little bit.
I'm sorry, what?
Are the servants gone?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, it's just you all.
You wanted by Stevenson or Stravaro? Which one?
Struvaro, my bad. I had
Yeah.
Well,
written-
technically he's wanted by Stevison as well, but that's because we took him
Yeah,
at lunch.
We already knew that.
And I would look at Bethmel and say, I guess I shouldn't have told you that. I hope you hold it close, my friend.
Oh my goodness.
I give Vethmil a look like I don't think he's going to.
I wish you wouldn't. Because now if, well, if my lord suspects of, me holding anything from him, it wouldn't be difficult for him to take it from me.
Yeah, my bad.
Tell him otherwise.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Well, I think you need to make sure you keep. Actually, would I know if vampires can see through illusions and shit?
Oh,
Wait, you're
you
not
know, he
going to tell us
hasn't
what you're
noticed me as
wanted
a.
for?
Huh?
You're not going to tell us what you're wanted for? You're just going to say you're
Oh
wanted?
yeah, that's a valid point. What the hell did you do?
Just following my heart.
Well, based
What-
on what you've
Alright,
been
who did
talking
you
to
sleep
Kyber
with?
about,
So
I
yeah,
didn't feel anything.
Bully
but,
says, who did you sleep with, Doodles? Come on.
Jessica,
Of course. Wait, who's Jessica?
Lord Treventon's daughter.
oh god!
Oh!
Well.
Wait. Can you say that again? Can you say that again for me?
Wait, the vampire?
yeah.
I guess I really don't know your taste, Doodles. You look so
Me as
innocent.
Nathan. I don't think I heard that. What was
He
that?
slept with your boss's daughter.
So that Jessica. Okay.
I mean, good for you, but also why?
Aldemir is just in shock and awe.
We have plenty of time to explain later.
Bully says, I
Yep.
know this guy got around. I didn't know he got that around.
What can I say? It's a good personality.
Let's not stick around in this house. Let's maybe go do that job quickly.
I mean,
So
he didn't
the
notice
rest
you yet, so maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
Let's not give him the chance.
I like that plan.
Maybe keep your self disguised.
That's why I have this mustache.
Of course. But
alright,
I know. Do I know if vampires can see through illusions and stuff?
I imagine a magic user as powerful as him and with the ability to
I mean,
conjure people to say things.
there are
Yeah.
spells that can help him do it, but normally he would see illusions just like anyone else would.
Okay, I wasn't sure if like vampires
Um,
had true sight or stuff like that. Like
would
Right.
like
Sorry, go ahead.
would Lord Abra have like tasked me or potentially other people for hunting this exact person?
So this is kind of Doodle's side story
Yes.
thing. I'm not sure how he wants to play it.
I think it's hilarious.
Would Vethmil be in on this? Would he know about this?
Who? Well, if he knew about it, I'm sure
Or
he
maybe
could.
maybe he was at one point looking into it but didn't know it was you.
That
Yes.
sounds good.
This might give him an aha moment, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
So then he would kind of look at Doodles, get on his level, and would say,
So it was you who did this.
Wait, isn't
really?
Vethmil like 8 feet tall? How would he even get on Doodles' level? Like, even bending over, he'd still be like 5 feet
well,
tall.
no, he's
just to like
He'd, like lay on the ground on his back.
crisscross applesauce.
No,
even
he's-
sitting
that's
cross-legged, he'd still be
Yeah.
huge if he's
And
that
then just
tall.
like duck. So like
so-
full crouch
alright,
down,
okay,
crawling.
okay. So he crouches, gets as close to Doodles' level
As he can.
as he can.
There
And-
you go.
Says to Doodles,
So you were the one who defiled the Lord's daughter.
Defiled?
No. No, but we dated for a little bit.
Dated.
But, Yeah, and it was Lord Struvara who ended that. I had to.
Yes, I was told to be on the lookout for someone, although we didn't exactly know who. But now I know that it's you. Oh, Doodles.
I put you in a tough position there, bud. I'm sorry.
He just kind, and then he just kind of like, is like puts his hand on his face and he says,
If the Lord finds out, oh, Doodles.
and then he just kind of like puts his hand on his head and then just stands back up.
I mean,
he's
what's
like-
the worst that happens? I turn
Well,
into
he's
you.
like, wait, so does he know about you and his daughter, or does he kind of know? Like, I don't understand.
From what correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like he knows someone screwed his daughter, but he doesn't know it was you.
Or rather, he doesn't know that, or what he knows. He doesn't know what he
Oh,
knows.
did you have one of your mustaches on, Wooly says?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you,
Isn't
like,
that you?
take
Yeah.
that in the bedroom with you?
Only
Bubbles as
seen
a
from the
American.
doors.
Like, I assume she knows who you are, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, alright, well, okay.
So yeah, y'all were so out of character, Matt. You were keeping that relationship on the down low, right? And then you
Yeah.
maybe around, if you were ever around Abra, then you would maybe have like disguised yourself, like to protect yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was figuring.
Well, I imagine he didn't know who I was, but he
So,
knew
At all?
that it was somebody, and yeah,
he says,
Okay.
so how
never
did,
saw me.
how did you get found out if you were doing this in secret?
Oh, I assume it was the exchange of letters we had,
No, that was your first
as
mistake.
well as
Yeah, that would do
other
it.
stuff.
A paper trail.
Also,
Leave a
Doodles,
paper
high
trail.
five.
Random
Good on
high
you, man.
five from Leo there. Wooly says, well, interesting.
That makes sense why you wanted to join us and leave town so quickly.
Yeah, I hardly expected us to end up
Join
here.
the wrong group.
I wondered why you looked so nervous in here yesterday. Alright, I guess Foley wasn't there for that. Never mind. Alright, well, as long as he doesn't know it was you, maybe you're okay? Wait, you're not still seeing her now that we're back here, are you?
Oh, that has long been forbidden. He's locked her away. She's not allowed to talk to anybody anymore.
Give me a deception check.
Oh,
As you
Can I do
literally
it?
just asked to, like, see her again. You can all roll a insight against his deception.
let me.
Alright, so
Yeah, no, I'm
Anvir-
not gonna hit that.
Anvir might be giving you the suspicious look right now.
I just give him the most disappointed, like, mum look. Just slowly shaking my head.
Alright, so are you all ready to head off to look for that base?
Yeah.
Alright.
E.
So you kind of finish up with what you were doing here, getting settled in, and it's back to the tunnels. It is quite the walk to get back there. What time is it? It's probably going to take you most of the day, because you got to go like south, then east, then north a bunch.
Do I get there?
You have an idea, but this will probably require some survival. I'll take a roll from up to 2 of you. One
We'll
of them-
definitely take Foley with us because he knows
Allow
the tunnel
me.
bit.
I will also roll because I have.
I'm not gonna roll with my.
are you taking anyone besides Voli?
Soul, I imagine.
I'm assuming so involved.
Yeah,
it's
it'd be a bad idea to leave still here by himself.
Yes, especially with
Weird.
his alien eyes.
Yeah, weird looking bug-eyed elf.
A pension for fire starting.
Alright.
Yes.
So,
looks
go ahead.
Bug.
Is Vethmil saying something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying it looks like a pug.
Oh,
Bug eye.
kind of actually, yeah. Pug elf. So Vethmil is having some trouble navigating. Luckily, Nasira is kind of reminding him of the way. She recalls the different directions. So
She's not nice about it either. She's like, "Oh, don't be foolish. It's this way. Why are you going that way?"
She's being a
Yes,
jerk.
yes, you're right.
All right, so you leave the city, kind of heading out into the wilderness area of the caves. You're actually kind of close to where your ship is. I don't know if you want to check in on that. Is anyone still at your ship, or did everyone leave?
I think
think
everyone
everyone-
left.
Well, yeah.
Well,
so
it's only
maybe
been
should.
like it's only been like what when we were coming back from the ship when we met the vampires, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been about a day or so.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a day.
Everyone
So
leaves Soul on the way. I don't.
yeah, I'll say you're kind of close.
On
you
the way
can check
back, we
in.
can stop
Oh,
and pick up some.
Did we bring the snake with us as well?
Yes, Manasa is here.
Yes.
All right,
in the
so yeah,
background?
the ship still seems undisturbed. At least so far, the only tracks in the area are yours. Okay. So, give me another set of survival rolls. DC 12.
Let me totally roll my pussy.
One of them has
Oh, that's me.
Alright, so yeah, you two find a way, or find the way kind of back to the area. You recognize it because as you get closer, you would see lights in the, kind of like in the caves ahead. So you think you're close to where the wall is. What do you want to do?
I say,
Perhaps the sneakiest of the bunch should ambush them and the rest move in.
Well, if there's a wall, we would need to determine how the others can catch up and get through the wall. We'd need to admit them in some way before. Before
To
the
be fair, I can't just parkour up the hidden the movable rod.
oh, there's.
Do we need
let me say this.
There is a gate. I can climb my way in and open it.
You definitely shouldn't go wrong. By the way, that did not go well.
Everything LJ says, I get like only half the
Okay, yeah. I realize what is going on. If I speak too softly, it's not picking up. Speak too loudly, pick up everything.
You know, you might have like noise cancellation turned on by accident on like Discord.
I'm.
Well,
I
have
might
I
just have to
no
restart my PC, but
Vethmil, if any of us go over that gate, I think our goal should be to admit the others, not necessarily immediately to ambush.
Yes, I just said that I could open the gate.
Oh, I see. Very good. I can also move up surfaces quite effectively and am relatively good at stealth. Do you wish to go alone?
No, I would love to have some company.
I'll look around at the rest of the group. Any other ideas?
jump in there.
Do either of you
Would it
want to
be
be invisible when you're
stealthy?
trying this?
Sorry, I think I got distracted for a second. What's up right now?
We're sacrificing
Alright.
Arvir.
There's a
Okay.
proposal. There's a proposal
about right.
for Nasira and Vethmil to go forward, climb the wall, open the gate, and let everyone else in because we can move up surfaces fairly easily and because we're okay at stealth.
And then
But we are open to anyone else putting out a plan if you have it.
I could
So-
potentially go with you as well. I'm decent at stealth and can fly if we're in dim light and darkness for a minute.
To be fair, Doodles can also fly with his
But Anvir, you also don't you need? No, wait, it's not Anvir that needs a light. Who is it that still needs lights?
I do.
I need the opposite.
Doodles
Yeah,
does.
yeah. I was gonna say. I was like, wait, what am I talking about? Anvir sees better than any of us.
Yeah. I think.
So I don't think that. anyone-
Doodle Eldwin and Leo,
Okay.
I think, all can't see without a light.
Yeah.
Perhaps Anvir, you can stay with them and then give them your vision blessing when it seems right to do so.
Yeah, I can. Well, it lasts an hour, and I, can give it to.
I don't want to give
4
it
people.
too early, but I want you to be near to them so that you're able to give it quickly.
Yeah, well, I can also give it to 4 people, so if somebody else wants to.
Wait, Doodles, you have a carpet that can fly?
I think he means like he's
Has his
like
Animated
creation,
object.
but
Oh yeah.
Fiery barricade.
He has
The
his,
fairy
his
barricade.
Aladdin carpet.
I can show
Show
you.
you the world.
Yeah.
This is very Berber.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, these 3 are definitely the ones who need it the most because you 2 are fairly
yeah.
up personally anyway, and also Vethmil has I think 120 dark
Yeah,
vision.
I mean,
anyway.
Nasira is just average dark vision. Nothing like yours or Vethmil's.
Yeah, I can't see shit. I can't pass the perception. No dark vision.
So, just to let you know, the area approaching the gate is pretty wide open, and there are a bunch of light sources around it. So it's kind of hard to sneak in.
How far is it to the gate?
So, do you want to send someone in there to kind of scout around?
I think
Well, I
Eldwin
mean,
had a question.
how far? And when you say it's kind of wide open, do you mean like is there cave walls on either side, or like is it?
I mean, like, there's kind of a large cave leading up to the gate.
Oh, okay.
Can we skirt along the sides of that cave and circle around?
Approaching...
Like, even if the cavern is large, like, could we not go across the center of it?
So approaching the gate, at least the immediate gate area, it would be hard to approach from the sides because they're all lit up with light spells as well.
I see.
Well, I
And
think they were saying they don't necessarily need the gate because they can both climb up walls really easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like, if this isn't a cave and we could climb on the ceiling,
Well,
then we could have.
So
Or do the walls go to the ceiling?
Yeah, the walls
Eldwin-
go to the ceiling. Basically, like, there's a section of the cave that's like walled off with these with this gate.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see what
So
you mean.
even if we open the gate, getting the rest of the party to the gate is problematic.
Well, no, it's not
unless-
even so much opening the gate. Opening the gate is the only way through.
Yeah, so as far as you, I mean, there might be another way in, like if you skirt around the outside caves, but I mean, if this is a secure location, there's probably no other way in. That's why they chose
Eldwin,
it.
Eldwin, you
try
asked
and-
how far the gate was. Did you have an idea?
You mean back?
I was wondering, like, if, like, how far we someone would need to sneak to the bridge or to the gate.
So, if you want to sneak up and have a look-see, give me... Do you want someone to sneak up and, like, just peer into the cave to get an
Well,
idea of what it looks
Eldwin
like?
asked how far we are from the gate, because I think he had other...
So, if you're entering the large cave where the gate is, you're probably, like, maybe 100 or so, 200 feet off.
Okay.
A big difference, 100 and 200.
I mean, if you go around the corner, you'll enter the large open cave space. I'll say
Okay.
that. There's light coming in, so... You're close to the large cave. You're still pretty far from the gate.
Does the carpet need light?
I don't think it does actually. I think it has dark vision.
Can it carry Doodles or others along the ceiling out of the light?
Well, the ceiling is not an avenue we've discovered because the walls go up to the ceiling.
At least
Well,
where
right.
the entrance is, yeah.
For the most, yeah.
Right, but it would get us to the wall without being on the ground in the open area, and then we could descend wherever needed, right?
So, Vethmil, give me an intelligence check, DC 12. It's been a while since you were in that cave, and I'm not sure you remember how high the walls were. So you're not sure how high the ceiling is in there. You'd have to take a look.
Also, Nasira, I cannot go along the ceiling. I need to stop every 90 feet or so to, no, actually, 135 feet, I would need to stop and not be clinging to a wall or ceiling.
Well, you
So-
could just hop on my back and I could carry.
If we think that would be valuable, perhaps, but let us continue to spitball ideas on how we can approach unseen. I believe Doodles mentioned he may have useful magic.
I mean, yeah, between Doodles and I, we can make everyone invisible.
But that, yeah.
Like,
I'm not sure.
What
how
actually,
we're gonna
well,
do it, so-
while we do this, like while we start, like as we're talking this out, Ellen will start saying down and start ritually casting telepathic bond.
Nice.
Oh yes, good.
So this is just a crazy idea. I'm just putting it out there. It would not be a stealthy approach, but we could just bring the ship here and go through the wall that way.
I was actually going to suggest the same thing.
Guns blazing through the wall.
Break right in.
Yeah.
So who was the driver of the ship? Was that Eldwin?
That's me. Yeah.
So you know that can be risky. It depends on the stability of the caves, because you know the ship is limited as to where it can go. So if the caves were unstable, it could be suicidal to just like crash into them. You'd have to use the magical instruments to navigate. So you're not guaranteed a way directly in, unless you want to take a really big risk.
I was about to ask, like, if there was a way for me to tell just by looking at the surroundings, or...
Probably not at this point. You're too new to piloting the ship.
Okay.
So you need the instruments.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, that is an option. Like, we can take the ship and just, like... It wouldn't be stealthy, but we could probe around if we want, and then see if there's an entrance.
So, if I kind of might have missed a little bit, we're unable to go over the
wall
wall
seemed to go to the ceiling.
to the ceiling. Cool. And there's just that gate.
Yeah, so the gate is blocking off the passage, which you assume
Cool.
leads
So we
into
can't
the
fly
base.
over.
I
We
mean,
need a way to get through all of
you
that.
could fly over. Everyone would see you coming, though.
Cool. And the other thing we were talking about was having Elric and Nasira, or not Elric, Bethmil and Nasira, just really quickly sneak over,
Well, I
unlock
think
the
that
gate,
was-
and let us in.
I think that was before we saw the approach. Like, it would be difficult to reach the wall unseen, even if we can easily go over the wall once there.
Even if you're invisible.
Oh. How tall did we say the wall is?
Don't know.
The gate? So you would remember the gate is about 20 feet.
Oh. Yes, if I am invisible, I can get over that.
Cool. And I imagine our entire party would need to be
But
in order.
yeah, even if we open the gate, if you guys need to cross that cavern to reach it to get through.
Which is why all of us are invisible.
Okay, all right, then we should all just go together.
Eldwin and I can make everybody invisible.
Sounds great.
Great.
And do we expect any particular skills needed for opening the gate? Will it be a dexterous lockpicking or a strength raising the bar out of the brackets
Well,
kind of
to
thing?
be fair, I think you do have both with both you, Sarah, and Veth.
You any good with rocks, Nasira?
Well, she's pretty good with self. I'm really
I mean,
friends with
she's
Elva.
Dexy, yeah, but
No, I've not practiced with using lockpicking.
I didn't
tools,
think so.
no.
So it seems to be Eldrin or Vethmir or me.
Why don't we all just fly over? I got my magic carpet. I'll make all. I think all of us can be invisible, and the magic carpet could be invisible.
Can the
How
magic
strong
carpet
is that
carry all
copper?
of us?
How much can it carry?
I mean, if
We only ever put
Nasira, if
gnomes
Nasira and Vethmil walk over, then I'm pretty sure the
Because
My dancing
LJ
fit.
is 240 pounds by himself.
Yeah, don't forget the gear. Yeah, we only ever put 2 gnomes on Barry Barricade, so I'm not sure what the weight limit is.
I know Barry Barricade carried me once,
Did he? Oh, okay.
but that was Barricade, not
It'd be the
anything
same
else.
strength.
Right, but
Is
the
it?
object has the same stats,
Oh,
regardless
So-
of what you animate, doesn't it?
I mean, it's pretty strong, but I don't know if it could carry too many people. Like 19 is
Yeah,
what,
but we
100?
can make a.
But if we're all invisible, we could just do trips.
Yeah, we can make a few trips.
Well, if Anvir can fly and Nasera and Vethmel can get over on our own, then that is only
Then let's
3.
just do LJ, me as a tiny person.
Voli says, and somehow these guys
Oh, yeah.
aren't gonna notice us continuously moving back and forth. I mean, we still make noise
Invisibly.
invisible, right?
Mm.
Well, yeah, we have the so
But
Nasira, Vethmel,
I think we gotta
and
move
Andre
forward
had
before I
some
Leroy
notes,
Jenkins this shit.
but
So Vethmil could potentially carry Eldwin, and then Nasira can go up by herself. I can fly.
I
And
can
then how
parkour
mu-
myself.
Can the thing carry LJ and Doodle?
Well, to be fair, I can just parkour myself up using the movable rod.
Yeah, that'll be
well,
nice.
I like that.
might be noisy, even invisible.
Yeah, he's got armor on,
Yeah,
so that's
parkour, yeah,
very
okay, yeah, you're right.
Cool. I'm going to first I'm gonna bring on a pull out my bedroll and cast or use my word
And
LJ and
animate.
Doodle gonna dig on the little Adam
Alright, hang on, everyone. Someone's talking. No interrupting. What did you say?
I'm using my animating performance to animate my bedroll and make a flying carpet.
Alright,
Sorry,
so
bedroll.
you do your magic, and the bedroll kind of comes to life, staring at
What
you.
time is it?
Oh, good question. It is... at this point, it would probably be about 6:30 in the evening. It's about a 6-hour
Oh man, that's
trip
a long
to get
day.
here. Yeah, it's a long walk to get here.
oh wow.
God,
Cool.
that ran
So
for a while.
I'm let me count real quick.
Alright, Vethmil does Long Strider.
Didn't we have Soul with us also?
Yes, you do have the bug-eyed elf in the back.
We have 3 NPCs in the back.
How the fuck are we gonna get Soul over?
I'm gonna cast invisibility at the 5th level to get for me the bedroll, Vethmil, and LJ invisibility.
Alright, so the 4 of you fade away as you cast invisibility.
I'm invisible. You can't see me.
Cool. We going?
Alright.
I think that Seal might be able to make himself invisible.
He
Can he?
can. Let me double check.
Can?
Valerie, can you make yourself invisible? I know you have some weird illusion stuff.
He says, I can, actually.
How many of you can turn yourselves invisible?
And
So
I
it's
think,
only the Iron Snake we can't make invisible.
I think Seal also can turn himself invisible,
He
right?
can.
If
Yeah.
we need
twice
to
per
leave
day.
Manasa behind, then we can leave her here.
She can bite anyone who tries to leave.
Yeah, or
Oh.
she'll just kind of wiggle into a nook in the cave
I won't
wall.
worry about the background people. I'll say they're taking care of themselves.
Okay.
Okay.
We just come back and see
Cool.
like 10 different dead bodies.
Eldwin, we good?
So who isn't invisible yet?
Nasira, you and Anvir.
Alright. I will do a 4th level then and take care of 3 of us.
Alright, so you turn everyone invisible and you're heading out.
I'm guessing telepathic bonds up by this point.
Yeah.
Telepathic bond. Did you cast that?
Yeah, he was
Oh, yeah.
originally casting it.
Alright, sure. So,
I think you need to spend a 5th level, Eldwin.
No, Rachel.
For
No, for invisibility.
You need
For
three people.
Yeah.
3 people? No,
No,
I do 4.
You're good.
2 is 1, 3 is 2,
Yeah.
4 is 3.
Oh, I misread it. That's my bad.
All right. So you enter the cave at the far side. Sorry, give me 1 moment to figures.
So is Doodles on LJ's shoulders and LJ is riding on the carpet, or back to back? How's
Wait,
that
so
work in
Doodle,
Doodles?
you made 4 people invisible.
He made the
Yeah.
carpet.
Yes.
Who?
Yes, I did.
Lou said that we didn't have to worry
Mine.
about background people.
You made
though.
the carpet invisible.
The carpet.
Oh, the
is-
carpet. Right, I forgot about the carpet.
All right.
That
I
I
can
was like, where's
see.
this extra person coming from?
So you are, as I said, kind of on the other side of the cave, moving in invisibly. You don't think, or at least it doesn't seem like anyone over there notices you just yet. But you would see kind of 3 humans up on that very large gate. Yeah, you can't really see much else because they're elevated. The area is fairly lit up by all the what look like might be light stones, like maybe continual light rocks. What do you want to do? They're in a pretty entrenched area. Oh, one other thing you remember, Vethmil, just because it wasn't too long ago, they started ringing a bell as you approached. Like there was some kind of loud bell they had up there.
Alright, I would have told everyone about
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, though you
It's
can't
so
see
great
it.
for seeing this entire map.
When I would have asked.
I was actually going to say, if we're starting to sneak up invisibly, just for the sake of making sure that they're all right, maybe I should hand out my blessing now.
You need to see us to do that?
That is a valid question. If I do, then I might have had to have done it before we all became invisible.
I mean, there are torches here around now, so it wouldn't be that important.
Yeah.
Yeah, the area is pretty lit up. Like, there's no way you think you could sneak up if
You can see.
you weren't invisible.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
so I can... We either had to do it before invisibility, or we just don't worry about it now.
Oh, it would be too late now. Unless you want to undo it and recast.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Buddy, you guys are
Nasira,
running up.
You are rushing forward across the ground.
Put myself right.
That was 1 turn's movement for Nasira.
Okay, so you're rushing forward. Doodles, you're riding your carpet.
Yes. I think
Yes,
I'll
and
do
I'm
that.
riding it with them.
Okay. Give me sound-based stealth checks. It would probably just be your carpet. You wouldn't have to worry about it since you're on top of it. Now, your carpet can carry 190 pounds. I don't think you can carry anyone on
Very
it with
LJ.
you.
True.
LJ is like over
Yeah.
that just himself. So I
Yeah,
think it could
that is
probably
true.
just carry you.
Great.
It's not
just
really
carrying me.
meant. It's not really meant to be like a bus.
Yeah.
I'm, before I get... So how big is the radius on these lights? Because I need to be in dim light or darkness to activate one of my abilities.
It's 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
Okay, so
That's cool.
normal torch light on all of
Yes.
these. Okay, I just wanted to check that was right.
My stealth check was 14.
Okay. Well,
I
you.
rolled a ambush with it.
I more meant Nasira because you're still pretty far
Oh.
back.
I still rolled it, just so
Yeah,
you
it
have
seems
it.
like Nasira hit some rocks.
All right. What'd you get?
Well, 9.
Oh, nat 1.
Well,
Yep.
but it's skill check, which has no crit fail.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's sad.
Yeah.
So, one of the archers is kind of looking out because he thought he heard some rocks moving, but so far he hasn't done anything. He's just kind of keeping an eye out.
I'll freeze for a few seconds.
The other kind of walks over and says something to him, which you don't really hear, and now he's kind of looking out too.
And I mean, if they heard the rocks, then my party heard the rocks, so my party would probably kind of know to freeze. For
Definitely heard the rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
How long are you waiting? Freezing.
I would wait for a couple rounds.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm just scooting further backwards.
I'm going all the way around this way.
Alright, so you're staying pretty far away, LJ. Again, luckily you were invisible. They're keeping an eye out, but probably a moment later they might relax a bit. Still watching, but not as intently.
I do want to make sure difficult rain doesn't matter to me. Ring of reaction, so I'm using my full movement.
Okay. Ooh, alright, give me a stealth check now, because you're getting a lot closer.
Do you want to use that 14 or re-roll it?
Sure. So, you're not making too much noise, but not silent either. And this south guy, once again, is kind of looking in your direction.
Freeze.
He would yell, "Is someone down there? Down there!" And it kind of echoes through the cave. Nasira, give me another stealth check.
I was hoping that if I do make noise, that it would just draw him away from LJ.
Alright, so yeah, you're pretty quiet as you move through the cave up here. Doodles, you're still pretty far away, so you don't have to worry about stealth yet.
What's all the rocks right here? Is that a cave wall?
Yeah, that's all cave wall there. There is a cave to the south, but you don't imagine it goes into their base. It might just be a side cave.
How far is it to the wall, since you have different areas? Would this be a wall, or...?
Yeah, so about there you'd be at the wall. Did you say something, Doodles?
Oh, I was just going to ask about the southern cave, and you addressed it. Nothing.
So you'd imagine, you don't think it would be that easy that they'd leave an alternate way to their base on
Friends, should, how do we approach?
Stealthily.
Do we all just go up there as fast as we can?
Right, yeah, I forgot we had a mental connection going on.
Yeah.
I don't know about as fast as we can. I think it's a red light, green light situation.
Once
Yeah.
Once
Oh my
Vethmil and I reach the top, we can coordinate an ambush attack and take out two of them quickly. Perhaps someone else can do some ranged attack on the middle one at the same time.
I could
we all
fly
must be
straight up
close.
and just give you an aerial guard.
A what?
I could just fly straight up for air support.
There you go.
So it does.
But remember not to make noisy or flashy attacks. Let us try to make this quiet.
It does look like this large gate can be opened. The top of it, where the soldiers are, is pretty close to the ceiling. There's about probably 10 feet above them, but yeah, it's pretty lit up there, so you don't think you can just fly over them. At least not without
Even
some
invisibly?
stealth. Yeah, with invisible, you could possibly do it with a good stealth check.
I meant more like I could just fly up, like, in front, waiting for them to attack, and then
Yeah,
get
not
air
like
support.
over the wall, but fly up so that he can do ranged attacks on the people up there.
Yeah, I mean you can see them. You just you have to be at least 20 feet up to avoid like heavy cover bonuses.
Vethmil, are you in place? I don't see him.
Just let me know when I get to a range that I need to stealth check.
What are you doing, Vethmil?
Yeah, I was climbing on the roof. Give me 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
All right. Go ahead. Give me a stealth check on.
Could you use that one I rolled?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 16.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just be like.
Funnily enough, so did I.
Nice.
So these guys seem pretty good at perception. Again, they're kind of looking around now. One of them says, I can swear I hear something moving around out there.
Do I have to make another one with how close I am?
Sure. Give me, you and Nasira. You're getting a lot closer. Give me another stealth check. DC on this, who? Alright.
I'm gonna ambush. Use another superior die and bump that
Okay.
up to 14. Fuck.
14. Alright.
Class abilities don't break invisibility, right? As long as it's not an attack thing.
As long as it's not. Yeah.
So the
Hacker
south
spell.
guy is looking down now. He's going to do an active perception. He says, maybe we should sound the alarm. The guy says, unless there's something there, we shouldn't anger our people. You see anything? He says, I could swear I see something moving around down there.
Yeah, it's right now.
So I'm gonna use my steps of night. So I have a fly speed now.
Okay.
Invisibility is broken by spells and attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is neither of those two things.
No, I'm talking about for myself. Would activating my ring of jumping count as a spell?
Yes, it's a spell.
Yes. Okay.
Because it casts the jump spell.
Okay. I got it.
Alright, so you activate your Steps of the Night. Nasir, are you trying to rush up the wall, or are you waiting?
I'm waiting for Vethmil to say when he's ready, and then I plan to rush the northbound, like run up the wall and try and incapacitate the northbound
And
wall.
I can get up there. So
I'm going to be. If you need me to roll another stealth check, but I'd still be moving up, so that way I could get ready to ambush. Same as Nasira.
Alright, so Nasira is waiting for Vethmil. Is Vethmil going to be like the opener on this?
I think we'd like to go pretty simultaneously.
Yeah.
Via the bond, I think we can coordinate pretty well.
Alright.
Am I making any noise now that I'm flying?
Yes. He's still making
Okay, I wasn't sure.
noise. Alright, so the
You still
DC
breathe and you still
for...
have a heartbeat, and your hair
Yeah.
still rustles in the wind.
Yeah, there's some breeze around you.
Your cape
I
flaps.
just wasn't sure if it was like a lessened or anything.
But the DC on the stealth check to approach is going to be a 20.
Oh,
God.
So you
good
want
thing I rolled that for the last one.
I'm gonna give it a try. I guess
Alright,
we're up, right?
go ahead. We'll see if you can make it in without being noticed.
Uh,
They're definitely
when-
on guard now.
I'm gonna
when
use.
they attack the other two, LJ is gonna throw a spear at the third one. Whatever
Oh, we
one
have
they
to wait
don't
for
attack.
initiative at this point.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
Wait, what?
Go ahead, give me a stealth check, Vethmil.
I'm gonna use
Mentally, I'll just say I'm 100% in range of two of them, but not the far right one.
I'm gonna use
Or
my
whatever.
and do stealth.
You're going to use what?
It says I had an inspiration. I just
Oh,
clicked on-
inspiration. Alright, so you are very quiet as you move along the ceiling. Getting right up above them.
All right. Let's see. Everybody else is still pretty far away, I guess.
Yeah, you're
guess-
like basically crawling invisibly right above where they are. They're all looking around now. They're definitely not, not unaware.
Okay. And there's only 3 of them, right?
Yes.
Vethmil's just chilling, standing next to one of them.
I would, via the bond, I would ask Vethmil, do you see the bell, the alarm?
Yeah. Can I take a look for that, Lou?
Oh yeah, there's a large bell right behind them.
Oh, this right
Like
here.
that they can all reach?
Could I sneak over there?
I mean, they
and
have to move up next to it, but yeah, they could move up and bang it if they had a chance.
could-
All right, and
could-
you said the wall is 20 feet high?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to stay where I am until Vethmil says go. And then in that 6 seconds following the go, I am going to run 40 feet, run 20 feet, and punch this guy.
All right. Well, at that point, it would be initiative.
Right, I'm saying, but like I'm not gonna risk another stealth check until Vethmil is starting as well. I'm gonna coordinate it at the same time as him.
Yeah. Does Duda want to get any closer before we activate, or no? Or he said he had to be back or something. Maybe I can't remember now.
Sure. I will. I guess shoot over here. Aldwin, what about yourself?
Yeah, I'll start creeping closer.
I just
But I
figured
mean,
we
you don't
thought-
see each other, right?
We're
No.
talking telepathically though.
Yeah, you're all invisible, but you
Yeah.
do have the telepathic link. All right, so you're floating on your invisible item. Both of you give me stealth checks as you get a little closer.
Now, the question is, do I want to risk the stealth check getting closer? No. That's why.
With a +8.
So yeah,
good at
they're definitely on edge as they're hearing all these noises.
Telepathically,
He says,
can I...
just ring the bell. Something's going on.
Go.
And I guess for
Don't let him.
initiative,
Don't let him.
give me initiative.
When I hear that, I go ahead. I use my bonus action to get big,
Listen, Bush.
and I drop on him.
Damn it.
Alright, well, we gotta do initiative.
Okay.
+4 to initiative? God damn.
Was hoping I could get to that bell and disable it.
I mean,
might
you
be
could
able
try to
to.
do that instead of attacking, but I mean, it's gonna be hard. They could still like smack it.
Yeah.
All right, so
You mind resorting order? I'm right
first
underneath
to
him, too.
go is going
Oh,
to be
Doodles?
Doodles.
Well,
So yeah, as he says this, Vethmil is about to drop down, but you actually get to act first, Doodles.
Nice.
Oh, Vethmil got added late. He needs to get reordered.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm the
you
only one
muted.
going after someone, after one of the enemies.
My bad. These aren't elven people, are they?
They look like humans.
Cool. I'm throwing a hypnotic pattern on them.
Nice.
All right.
And I think they're within a 30-foot cube.
Are you gonna-
Unfortunately, Vethmil is in there as well. It
Yeah.
makes sense because you couldn't see him.
I mean, Vethmil's 10 feet above, right? But still.
Yeah, it would still hit him. So they need to do wisdom saves. Vethmil, I need one from you as well.
Does Vethmil have advantage?
I was about to say I may be making it up, but
Is
let
it a
me-
charm?
If you have Fey lineage, you definitely do.
I don't
Well,
think
no,
he
I
does.
took-
No, he's a
Yeah, I.
he's a vampire or dampier or whatever. All right, so this guy.
But he's also an Eladrin, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's
I mean,
It overrides a lot
yeah,
of
don't
stuff.
get-
it's,
Yeah.
you don't get
Yeah.
both. It's like what he used to be, but he wouldn't still be. All right, so this guy is charmed.
I'm checking runes real quick to make sure I don't have like advantage.
Second guy.
Oh, here it is.
charmed.
Sorry, but no.
Oh
Good
wait.
job, Doodles.
Okay. Creature is charmed. No, that's not it. Okay.
Well, luckily you may have just charmed. Oh yeah, they are all.
Oh,
So even if
Nice.
Vethmil is charmed-
even if Vethmil is charmed, they're all.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything. I'm still looking just to be sure.
No, I
then,
misremembered. There's a list of stuff you do keep when you turn into
So,
a Dampier, but that's not one of them. It's only like
no.
skill proficiencies, fly
So,
speed, stuff.
me, my item, and LJ are now visible. And also Vethmil, I guess, is also not
Oh yeah, because
visible.
concentration.
So I broke concentration.
Okay.
So every
Vethmil hasn't
so
rolled his save yet.
Yeah, I still need
Yeah,
Vethmil
sorry,
save.
I'll go ahead and roll it. I couldn't find anything. You said a wisdom
Yeah.
save?
Yeah, it's a wisdom
Yeah.
save.
Yeah, me, Nasira, and Anvi are
Alright.
still invisible.
Nice.
Why would
Well-
Vethmil be visible?
Because
Because
he
I
broke
broke
his
concentration.
concentration. Because he was concentrating on visibility, now he's not.
Is he
'Cause
not?
Hypnotic
Oh,
pattern,
No, I'm
pattern.
not.
hypnotic
No.
pattern is a
Gotcha, okay.
concentration.
And
So,
then
me, you, and
bonus
Elvin still are,
action,
though.
I am going to have my dancing item fly forward. It's 50 feet or 30 feet of movement, and then
Okay.
have it hold its action to dash on the start of my turn.
Alright, Vethmil.
And it's supposed to go right after me, but I didn't get its initiative in on time.
All right.
I want to. Can I just mentally to Vethmil just be like, cut the bell, cut the bell, cut the dingaling,
Wait, what?
Assassin's Creed this bullshit.
cut the knocker off the bell so they can't ring it.
Well, you want to take it off carefully, otherwise you are going to make
I
noise.
mean, but we gotta wait till our turn to talk,
What
right?
do you mean? We can't
Well, we
Assassin's
could talk
Creed
off our
modify
turn,
this?
can't we?
What?
You can have 6 seconds of dialogue per round.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, cut the ringy bit off the bell.
So how would I do that, Lou, if I wanted to do that?
I mean, you could try to, like, manipulate the bell, probably with, like, an intelligence check to try to figure out how to dismantle it.
Couldn't I just like grab the actual bell in the middle and just rip it out? With
Or like
strength?
with a cut it off with a knife or something if you have one.
Yes, Assassin's Creed it.
So the bell is hanging from, like, a structure.
Equal like bell part in the center.
Yeah,
The
I'd say it probably, like I said, an intelligence check, DC 5. It wouldn't be too hard.
Okay.
Like, how do I? Well, not a save, but
Oh,
intelligence
I'm sure
check.
it's the same modifier anyway.
Yeah, even still, I think he still makes it.
So you just Oh, there you go.
Oh!
You
So,
tried
yeah,
not to,
you're-
but
you're looking at this thing like, how do I detach it? Oh, there it goes, and you finally get the ringer off. The bell probably won't make noise unless they do something weird with it now. So that's it for you, Anvir.
wait, hold up. Okay, that was an action, so I'm gonna use my action surge, and I'm gonna go ahead and take attacks on this guy. Well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to get big and use Giant Smite for the extra D8. Yeah, right there. Giant Smite. Then I'm going to action surge. 3 attacks on this guy.
Okay.
Gonna bite him. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Alright,
Oh,
so those will... And do them one at a time next time.
Oh, okay.
So 22 will strike as you bite him with the first attack, doing 8. Second attack, 27 will strike again, doing another 7.
Don't you get to add a D10 to that first one?
Oh, yes. No, D8.
Isn't it
So-
D10 after 12 or 10 or 11?
I think
When you
D10 is
increase
probably-
inside, or am I? No, I'm thinking of one upgrade to the next. Yeah, all good.
Alright, so another...
Yeah, you're probably thinking about it, though.
Shh. Another 6 points of damage. And the third attack, 17 will strike again. As you're just pummeling this guy, doing another 8 points. He is not happy as he's like, help! He yells. Anything else?
That's all.
Nasira. So,
My
yeah.
turn.
I think
Use-
Anvir was after me.
Yeah.
Or before me.
Anvir.
Wait. Does this say they're all wounded?
No, they're
No,
charmed.
2 of them are charmed. but
charmed,
This
right.
one's no longer
Actually,
charmed
that
because
one, yeah, it's no
Vethmil
longer
just woke him
charmed.
up. So we need to end him.
Yeah, he is awake.
End him. I'm gonna move a little closer now that we're knowing about,
Okay.
and Oh, what am I going to do? I will, first things first, just do a good old Toll the Dead, I think, on that middle guy who's been
Just what we
getting
need. Nice dong.
Alright.
Well, to be fair, the dong is very.
After we disabled the bell.
It's not,
think the
it's not
dong
a
is-
loud dong.
It's not?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
only audible to the person it damages, I'm fair sure, and like people within
Oh.
like 5 feet of him.
Oh, I feel like we've played that differently before. Okay, cool.
It's not a sonic or it's not a thunder effect or anything.
Yeah, hold on, I'll link it quickly.
Yeah. Like, I'm not booing Blade this combat.
Yeah, it doesn't say how loud it is. I just meant like I thought we had played it differently, like where it had drawn in other people in some of the other games. So.
Well, 7 would fail, so you hit him for 21 damage, which will wound him. Ugh.
Nice.
He is now
Please.
withered.
Still alive, how dare you? Should I chuck a spiritual weapon over there? Yeah, I'll chuck a
Bonus
spiritual
action.
weapon over there.
Alright, so you chant casting spiritual weapon.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
The spiritual weapon slams into him, doing 9 points of damage. He is
Oh,
now
great
looking
roll.
badly wounded.
I'll just drag him out, but yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, Nasira.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action. Is it Step of the Wind? Yeah, bonus
Yes.
action dash, and nope. Well, I guess that's not working. But that was a key point. Bonus action dash. I'll spend 40 of it to get over to the thing and 20 feet to get up.
Alright, so you do a parkour run up the wall, kind of flipping over and landing there.
And then I will punch this guy.
Alright. First punch. Yeah, 16 will strike him. These guys' AC is 16, so that hits. Doing 7 points of damage. He is still up. Oh, yeah, 16 will strike again. Just hitting his AC.
And I'm gonna add some poison damage to that. Let me find it. Here it is. Hand of Harm.
Alright, so you channel some more ki into this.
Another 4.
Doing another 4 points. Wait, is it only 4? So is your
It's,
martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier?
It's 1d6 plus 3, and I only rolled a 1 on my d6.
Did you roll a 1? I don't see. Oh, I see. It's
Mouse
down
over
below.
it, yeah. Yeah.
Just popped up for
D6.
me. Oh, so that's necrotic damage. All right, so he would fall unconscious from that. Ugh.
Okay.
He is
And
on
that's
the
all I can do.
ground.
I used my bonus action, so that's all I got.
Okay. So that is it for him. LJ.
So Commander Strike says that if a ally can hear or see me, then they can attack, basically. If I talk to the telepathic bond, can they hear me, or do I have to speak out loud?
You'd have to speak out loud. Telepathy isn't necessarily hearing.
I mean, they can see you anyway.
Can Sarah see me from here?
No, he's still invisible.
Yeah, he would be invisible down there.
No, because Doodles had invisibility.
Yeah,
on
no,
him.
I'm not invisible anymore. I forgot to take it off.
All right. Well, then, yeah. If Doodles was concentrating him, then he would be visible.
So yeah, LJ forgoes one of his attacks and his bonus action, and says, "Nasira, attack him again!" As Commander Strike.
All right. So as a reaction, you can do an attack, Nasira.
I'm gonna attack the one that we put down to make sure he stays down, because he said attack him again. Also, I'm
Alright.
not sure if I want to wake one of the others up right away.
To be
All
fair,
right,
you have
so
9 damage to the roll.
He would fail 2 death saves on that hit. You punch him on the floor.
Yeah.
All right.
second attack, I will take my spear and try to chuck it and make him fail the third death save.
He has full cover at the edge of the gate. You can't target him
Shit.
from down there.
It's too high.
Fuck. Well,
At least prone he would, unless they want to like pick him up and throw him over the gate or something.
is
I will add Crusher to my last attack and push him over the gate.
Well, it's too late now, but yes, you definitely.
That probably would have
could've,
killed him from fall damage anyway.
Just like do a
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat uppercut. Just falls down.
I will go use 30 feet of my movement to move straight up to the gate,
Okay.
and that's I can attack
And so you're kind
instead
of
of 20 feet up,
sitting outside the gate.
waiting for it to open. Yeah.
And he
And
would
that'd
be
be it for me.
next. He's gonna bleed out on his death save. Actually, I just realized we're a little ways over, so yeah, let's do MVP votes and we'll pick it up next time with Eldwin.
Yeah, I was.
All right.
Yeah, I was expecting someone to go scout that out before you make the plan once you saw the terrain.
No, just assassination.
Well, we would have had to use quite a bit of resources to get someone over there to scout.
Well, just walking into the cave, they could have seen kind of the layout. Like, just do a stealth check.
Oh, well, yeah.
We have everyone? Missing one
No.
person. Oh,
This
Nasira.
is always so hard.
I think I know who it's gonna be. Barry the Bedroll. Oh, yeah, close, but Doodles with 3 votes, your MVP.
I mean, a vote for Barry the Bedroll is a vote for Doodles, isn't it?
That's true. So technically, that'd probably be 4 votes.
Yay!
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, fun time. Fun time.
Game. Good game.
We will continue the assault on this weird base next time.
Figure it out. Yeah, thanks for the session. I'm
Yeah.
hoping your tooth feels better because those
Yeah,
things.
it definitely does. I went to the dentist this morning. It is
that's-
definitely got it like all drained out and everything. So
Oh,
There's that's one of the best ways to torture me. Send me to the
Well-
dentist.
I agree. I mean, I think tooth pain is probably one of the worst pains out there.
Until you've had kidney
yeah,
stones.
kidney stones, way worse, way worse, like whole other level worse.
Oh my god.
Drink your water, youngins.
Kidney stones will make you urine for tooth pain. Trust me.
I've heard about that kind of stuff. Like, I've been lucky not to have any, but I'm also still young.
You'll get there. None of us make it out alive.
Lou, would you mind if I swapped the photo
Totally,
for the
yes.
spiritual weapon?
Swap the what?
The token for the spiritual weapon.
What do you mean?
Like, do you mind if I make my own token?
Oh yeah, no, go for it.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
just wanted to. I just wanted to check
It's
before
just
I
like a
did it.
default weapon thing, so you can use whatever you want.
So
I think
easy.
you should
Yeah.
be able to add your own character, so you can use that to make a spirit weapon token.
Yeah, too easy. I'll do that then.
Cool.
Just like quickly make like a